What is happening? And welcome to your Thursday Night Delight. I myself am one of your hosts, Brent from Brent's Bricks. And Sean the Right Way is not joining us tonight, so I'm doing my best impression of him. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it's rough, but we're going to get through it. Joining us tonight, the one and only. Trying to think of something that Sean would say, like the fearsome Firebird Bricks.
Up.
And also joining us tonight, as he's rocking that blue cap with that new background. It's always nice to get a new setup. We got that Lego CPA. And together, this show right here is a little something that we like to call a couple of brickheads. And then Sean would say something like, yeah. Let's go. I have a surprise guest. Well, not so surprise guest because his name's in the title of this stream, but Life Bricks may be joining us in a little bit. He's out there somewhere. He's probably like knee deep in the clearance aisle. Just not knowing what to do. 2, 3, boom. Oh, right on cue. That was actually a perfect intro. Because I was like, and joining us soon, I think, is going to be Life Bricks. He's probably like knee deep in the clearance aisle somewhere with like 2 shopping carts just full of clearance sets.
No, I was a little late because I finally convinced my dad to watch The Walking Dead. And
oh, snap.
When he told me that he watched 2 episodes tonight, believe me, I wanted to sit through those 2, so that's why I'm like 5 late.
Hey, it's all good, bro. We got starting a little bit late ourselves anyways. But guys, we got a good show for you. It's kind of one of those classic Brent's Bricks streams. Because Sean is not here now. We will do our best, even though all 4 of us are very big Star Wars fans. And there was a little new show that came out. You may have heard of it called Ahsoka. But Sean, I know you're watching out there either on replay or right now. But we will do our best to not go on a giant tangent. We will talk about it. Say, hey,
have a little one.
Look at that Life Bricks Thrawn.
Nice.
I need one of those. So Tyler, how come all those don't have hands? You're just waiting on blue hands? Oh, you got the blue hands. Oh, let's go.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So that's what I'll be
Making them
doing.
now.
Started here. Yeah, I'll be putting these guys together.
So Tyler, are you going to be selling those? Go ahead and give us a plug.
Yeah, I'll be selling them. Yeah, I'll put them as a custom item on my BrickLink store. I just feel like that'll probably be the easiest. They're limited to 22 of them. 25 total. I'm keeping 2, and then I'm going to give away 1 of them. So 22 will be for sale. I'm thinking like maybe 20. I might even just do like $22. It's like 22, limited to 22 bucks, something like that. So they'll be up tonight on the BrickLink store.
There we go. Well, guys, we got a lot of fun stuff planned. We're all obviously going to be talking about Ahsoka, all things Ahsoka. I mean, the Ahsoka show, kind of what we think about now that we've seen the couple first episodes, and we've got some people like the guy below me. Tyler has some of those sets in hand already, so definitely going to be talking a little bit of how what we thought Lego did, how accurate they were to the show, and all that good stuff. Now that we got a better look at Ahsoka, we're going to get into a little bit of stuff that Firebird's been working on, man. I think either last week or the week before, I was giving you some praise for those mechs.
Appreciate that.
Definitely going to be checking some of those out and doing a deep dive on that right there. We're going to get into the Falcon's Nest a little bit, talk about, what kind of stuff is coming up on the rumor list, some new releases and blah, 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 all that good stuff. I want to do a little bit of a comparison to August 1st and September 1st, because I personally think that September 1st might be a little bit better. There might not be as many sets releasing, but there's some fire coming out September 1st. I'm getting pretty excited for that. And a few other things. Obviously we're going to talk about Lego Insider. I'm sure everyone's been scanning your instruction booklets, so we'll definitely talk a little bit about how many points everybody got with all of their scanning with the instruction booklets. I definitely did my fair share of scanning. Before we get too far into it, Sean isn't here tonight, but he did want to let me know that we are running a giveaway tonight, and this giveaway is going to look a little something like this. We got new merch. Always dropping the new merch, y'all. We got the Ahsoka inspired A-Cobb shirt. Look at that. Snazzy, if I do say so myself. Still got a promo code on these bad boys and everything else in our merch store. Use promo code Girthy for 15% off. That works on everything except for the full price Jones t-shirt. I'm just kidding. Actually, that may be legit. I'm not sure. But, yeah, so promo code's still active, and we are going to do a giveaway for this beautiful ACOB inspired Ahsoka t-shirt. Now, for whatever reason, if you just like don't care about Ahsoka and you want a different shirt, I'm sure we can do that. But Sean wanted me to let you guys know. Sean and Sidious, I should say. So big shout out to Stud Sidious for making all this beautiful merch. We're doing a little t-shirt giveaway tonight. You guys been asking for it a little bit, and tonight we are going to be hitting you with a beautiful giveaway. So at some point, maybe like halfway through the show or something, we'll do a little how the last couple giveaways have always gone. You're going to do your little hashtag, whatever that may be. And then, yeah, so that's going to be fun. And that's pretty much the quick, I don't even know the words I'm looking for. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. But before we get too far into it, guys, I just want to appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight and tuning in last week in the last 103 weeks of this show. So 103 episodes and crazy, guys, crazy. Like I said, Sean is not here. So in terms of throwing up stuff like this and running the board, typically I help out a little bit with, but Sean's doing it for the most part. So all of this stuff. Oh, here's the one I was looking for. Like and sub. So if you're new here, definitely give us a like, give us a sub, throw us a comment, all that fun stuff. We go live every single Thursday night at 6 p.m. on the West Coast, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. We do fun giveaways. We talk about Lego. We get boxes of boys. We just have a good time. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Become a part of the Girth Gang. I almost said Birth Gang. That would be really weird. But yeah, and also Replay Gang. Thank you guys so much for always watching, checking in the comments after these are posted. You all are much appreciated. I get comments on our Instagram all the time about people that can't ever make it live, but they're always like, "Oh, dude, like, because of time zone or whatever, they can't get here live." But they're always checking in on the Replay Gang. So we appreciate y'all very, very much. In terms of other shout outs real quick, Firebird was giving me a little exclusive sneak preview that I won't say what is, but he's cooking. Let him cook, as they would say. So Firebird's got another sick video. I'm not sure how much in detail you're wanting to get into that, man, but let's just say I got a little sneak preview. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I got a video coming out on Saturday, something I've been working on for it was a week of building. So I got a couple friends together. They actually came and crashed at my place for like a week. And we just worked on a build the entire time, basically outside of our day jobs the whole weekend. And so we're putting together like a modern take on the classic clone base. And so we just built straight through the week, and we came up with something that's looking pretty sick. It's like 7.5 feet wide, 2.5 feet deep. It's like a massive layout with a battle and everything. And I'm just super excited for that. I got to finish up the edit tomorrow, and then that'll be coming out on Saturday. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think hopefully it should pop off. I think it's a pretty cool build. Yeah, be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, and aside for Sean's not here, and he usually loves to like make people feel uncomfortable with praise and nice words and everything like that. But aside from the awesome mech video, guys, Firebird's been killing it, man. I mean, the fresh setup. I mean, it looks like you got like new camera, like everything. Lighting's looking crispy. I mean,
Thanks,
I remember the first time I stumbled across your channel, I just came up in my feed. I believe it was like a Clone Army Customs video. It was like one of your first couple.
They're opening. Yeah.
But that was so. Have you even been on YouTube for a full year yet?
Yeah, it's been. I started out in July of last year, but then I started actually posting properly in October. So
okay.
Less than a full year of posting consistently, I guess I'd say.
Nice, man. But yeah, dude, everything's I love to see. It makes my heart happy when new channels they pop in a scene and then they just start killing it, man. You as well, CPA. CPA's got a new setup going on down there. It's looking crispy.
It's looking good.
Yeah,
I literally, Brent can attest to it. I just threw these lights up. They've been hanging over my banister upstairs for a bit, so I just kind of chucked them down here for a little bit. But I know some people have been commenting, I'll do something nice underneath the shelves here, make it look all pretty. Yeah, just give me some time.
It's always
good
stressful
colors.
when you have. Oh yeah, it's always stressful when you got to carry a $700 starter story down some stairs. So watching that happen and the little compilation of you moving everything my heart went out to you, because I've like carried a freaking UCS Falcon in the back of a vehicle going to my new house when I was moving. So
Fun fact on
That was
that behind the scenes. So I did walk up and down those stairs with each UCS set twice, because I had to get both camera angles. So I did it once with like right down the stairs, and then I moved the camera, walked back up and did it again. And then for the little bit at the end where I pretended to trip very fakely, I did it a third time. So no casualties.
That's dedication. Good. Real quick, guys, like I said, Sean is usually always manning the board here, controlling everything. But thank you for whoever gave me a private chat, letting me know Nicholas Miller coming through with a super chat. And just before the show, I actually added in our new music. I believe Sean just made this, but there we go. Big shout out to Nicholas Miller tuning in with that $4.99 dono. We appreciate you very much. So it's going to be a fun show. Going to kick things off right there. I don't really know how. I feel like that music was kind of loud, so I'm just going to turn it off while I read this. But rough first week of my last college semester, coupled with a full-time job. Yeesh, man. Hey, man. My heart goes out to the people in high school, in school in general, high school, college, and working jobs, man. Glad to be here for this Thursday night delight. Much love, gentlemen. Thank you so much, Nicholas Miller. Appreciate it, man. We're happy to be here for you. Anyone that's I always get so happy when people are, they hit us up on either in the chat or comments, or even, PMing us on or DMing us on IG, just letting us know that they appreciate us, being here every Thursday, and it's been 103 of these. So guys, hey, the show is, still going on strong. For those of you just joining in and wondering, like, hey, this looks like an entire new team of, people. So Sean is doing a work thing. And, last week we did kind of explain that Max is going to be on like a tough work schedule to where he can't really hit this time slot with us. However, Max will be popping into like other random streams that we're trying to throw in there, like the GWP streams that I'll be popping up and doing. And let's just say I got a little something special for this week's weekly pickups. I'll save that surprise for later. I didn't even show any of these guys in the back room or anything, but I might be building that on a little GWP stream, maybe even tomorrow. Who knows? But yeah, guys, thank you all so much. And speaking of you guys, like I said, I'm going to try to do my best, drive the boat, Sean impersonation that I can do. But real quick, I don't have the Girth Gang song, so I got to play Tyler's favorite StreamYard song ever right here.
Yeah, time to turn on this damn computer volume now.
Tyler's going to dip for a second. But hey, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me scroll way back up here and catch Fabu Brick tuning in. Let's go. Hashtag Girth Game. We got the Brick Fanatic. Hey, the Lego CPA. He's right here in the stream. Hey. We got Max Bricks. We got SD Bricks. We got the Brick Jedi. Richie, Our Toy World. Shout out, channel member right there. Thanks for tuning in. We got Esteban. We got some guy named Brent's Bricks. We got Kylo Bricks. Usually in the replay. Yeah, I've never seen this name before. Usually in the replay gang tonight. I'm finally able to catch y'all live. Have a great show. Hey, thank you, Kylo Bricks. It's good to see a new name. I was just talking about this earlier. Sometimes people can never make it live, so glad someone's coming over from the replay gang. Shout out to JB Awesome. Leaving a few comments there. Shout out to Stud Sidious again for making that. Some surprise merch that you guys already saw. That Ahsoka merch is sick. Doing a giveaway for that later. Stay tuned. We got Shreddy popping in. We got Dave popping in. Dave Bricks, another channel member. Shout out here. Brick by Brick Together, another channel member. Big shout out there. We got Derek P. We got Andrew Miles. We got Timmy, another channel member. Special shout out there. We got Orlando Brick Co. popping in here. What up, fam? We got Bayou Bricks. And I think I'm finally repeating some people. Dr. Dice. What's good, Dr. Dice? Darth tuning in. We got Mark right here. We got Rune, another channel member, shout out. And before this song replays again and Tyler dips, I'm going to pause that music. Yeah, shout out to the Girth Gang for tuning in tonight. 80 of you beautiful people out there in the chat. Big Nate Bricks. Shout out to Big Nate Bricks. Shout out to Giovanni right here. Shout out to Titanium J, another channel member here tuning in. Oaktown Bricks. KU. Sean would love this comment. So damn girthy. Yep, that is right. I wish I had that music, but unfortunately, I don't have it on my end. It's in Sean's board or whatever. But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. I think I got mostly everybody. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We got some good stuff planned for you guys. So I think first we will go ahead and get into. I think I hit all of my intro stuff. Oh, I did want to give one more little special shout out right here. So we've talked about it on the show plenty of times before. He's been a guest on the show multiple times. What am I doing? I'm trying to, there you go. Okay. He's been a guest on the show multiple times, but a certain someone, a little friend of the show, hit 2 million views on one of the most epic Star Wars mocks possibly ever made. Sean likes to give him the nickname Grand Mock Tarkin. But just wanted to give a huge shout out to Rich Boy J, man. 2 million views on the Star Killer base mock. The first time he was ever on the show, it hit 500,000. And I just remember talking to him about that. Like, dang, dude, 500,000 views. That's insane. And I was joking around like, maybe it'll hit 1 million. And then the second time he came on the show, it was at 1 million. And then now we're up at 2 million views on that. So awesome mock. One of my favorites ever. I mean, beautifully done. Guys, I mean, go back and watch those episodes if you want to see us talk about that in detail with the man himself. But huge shout out to Jay. Awesome, awesome stuff. So for some reason, somebody said LeBron James in the chat. Don't know why, but I appreciate it. The Mock King Owen says, Keith said, great creator. We got a comment for Tyler here. Any chance you'd be willing to sell one of those Nebulon B frigates? I don't know, man. You tell us. You got a lot of Nebulon B frigates sitting around. He's talking about the San Diego Comic-Con thing.
Yeah, I'm fortunate to have 6 of those. I've been debating. I knew they were gonna go up in price more because all the mini scale stuff coming out now. Nicholas knows I'll probably hook him up. Hit me up in like a month, or I mean, hit me up like in a week, and the problem is I just love having 2 stacks of 3. So it's like the second I sell one, I'm going to feel obligated to sell 2 more, because then it's not going to, like, because as Brent probably knows too, even those phantoms behind me, it's like now that there's one missing because I sold it to Sean, I will be honest, it looks kind of ugly behind me, only having 2 now. So,
all right.
So now it's like with a Nebulon, it's like, ooh, I'd have to sell 3 if I'm going to sell any.
That's all right. You can sell Nicholas one. You can sell me the others. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Chat, you are beautiful. We got some fun stuff planned. For those of you that didn't hear at the beginning, we are going to be doing an ACOB t-shirt giveaway. So you guys have kind of been asking about this here and there. We're going to give away some merch, and we're going to do that later on the show. Somebody remind me, because I might forget, because usually this is Sean's job. So chat, if I forget in like an hour, remind me about the giveaway. I'm sure I won't forget, but it's never hurts to make sure. So I guess real quick, we'll go ahead and talk about. We'll just go ahead and hop over to lego.com. So I'll screen share lego.com, and we'll hit a couple topics while we're there. I did want to kind of discuss the September 1st release, because I feel like, in my opinion, I'm more excited for the stuff coming out on September 1st than August 1st, even though August 1st was a ginormous release. But we'll go ahead and head over and look at a few things. You guys can see this, right?
Yep.
Okay, yep. Thanks. All right. So it's already telling us about Insider. So I guess we'll go ahead and hit some Insider talk. So, guys, it's kind of weird, right? I mean, how many years have we been with Lego VIP, and then now when you pull it up on your phone and you go to your digital card, and it just doesn't say VIP anymore.
Just not Lego special Insider anymore.
Yeah, it's just we're not very important. We're just insiders.
We're very inside.
So I guess we'll hop around the panel here and kind of talk about this and give some thoughts as well in the chat. I feel like Lego definitely made an improvement so VIP is still a thing. Okay, so real quick to clear this up for anyone, this is VIP. It's the you still does all this. If you had VIP points before, they are now insider points, and so you have the same amount of VIP points, but now they are just insider points. So it's kind of weird that we're not VIPs anymore, but we are still technically getting a few extra things. So I don't know. It's I like the new things they're doing, but in terms of it being named Insider, it's kind of weird. So
apparently they had in early February, around February, they had a survey and they had panels of people come in and give thoughts about, okay, here's 8 names. Tell us how each name makes you feel. Unfortunately, I couldn't find out what those names were because I was very curious what else they were thinking. But they stuck with insiders, I guess. So here we are.
Yeah, I wonder what the other ones were going to be like. I don't know.
Was that a survey that was just emailed out? Because I feel like I took something like that. I should have paid more attention.
So I think it was an actual one-on-one. You were
it was in person,
emailed. Maybe over Zoom or electronically, but yeah, it was some kind of, you were chosen to be in this focus group to test various names.
They send out some interesting surveys every now and again.
Sign an NDA or something.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, so Cheese on Top brings up a good point. So when I'm thinking about like a survey thing, was that not the same survey when they were asking us like what other perks would they want us to see? Like, because people were talking about, oh, they're going to do a thing where you can use VIP points for old retired sets that they can pull from the vault or whatever. Mm-hmm. So was that the same survey, or was it just kind of maybe around the same time? Or because I can't remember if that was two separate things. Or
was that? I think that's the one I'm thinking of.
Years ago?
Yeah. Okay. It was maybe just a year-ish.
No, it was like a year ago.
Yeah. It's kind of recent. Because I know a lot of like what Cheese on Top's saying, it's like, is it Lego Plus subscription? Like the subscription was the main thing thrown around. Like, are they going to have some kind of subscription? Because if they did do some kind of thing, like even if you had to pay, like something like you would to get your Netflix or your Disney Plus or whatever, and you had to pay like $8 or $10 a month, I think a lot of people would do that, especially if you could do things like get old retired sets. Now obviously it's not going to be they're not going to be dishing out Cloud Cities or anything like that, but just some recently retired stuff that they may still have kicking around in the warehouse somewhere, something like that. I think Lego Team B says yep, that was the survey. So yeah, they were asking a lot of stuff in that survey. But anyways, in terms of a subscription service, I guess time will tell if they're still going to do that or whatever. But we have insiders. So the two newest thing, I mean, this is still VIP. You're still going to get points, except now they're just insider points. I don't know what they're going to call double VIP weekend now. Double insider weekend, I guess. Double insider weekend. I don't know. Maybe that's how it's going to go. But yeah, so you can now scan. I'm saying this like more than 80% of you don't know, but for those of you that don't know, and we'll talk about it a little bit, you can scan your instruction booklets, I believe, like somewhere in all the pack or all the sets from like 2018 and up. You can scan the instruction booklets and get yourself 15 points, or I'm sorry, 20 points per scan, which equates to like 15 cents is like the.
Yep,
right about there, 15.3.
So now I don't know how many. Chat, let me know how many, instruction manuals you guys have scanned. But I scanned myself. I looked over to the right, because I had a huge stack, but I finally put them all away in a box. But I scanned about 104 booklets. So I did get, I think somewhere around like a little over 2,000 points. I had like 12,000. Now I'm at like 14,200 or something like that. So
it doesn't take as long as you would think, right?
No, yeah. I was really wishing I had more because it's a pretty quick, all you have to do is be signed in on your browser, on your phone, on Lego.com, pull out your camera and just start clicking the link when it pops up. And then you click one more button to register the set and you're good.
Yeah.
So I definitely wish that I had more, because there's definitely some $20 sets or $30 sets where I didn't keep the box, because a lot of these manuals, what I would do is because I wasn't one that kept every single box I got, but I did for a while keep a lot of boxes, and I would just put the instruction manual back in the box. So a lot of these manuals I was finding, I was just going through my box like, oh, here's one. Oh, here's one. It's like the ooh piece of candy guy or whatever. Like, oh yeah, here's another one. Here's another one. So a lot of those. Oh, sorry, I was distracted by a comment. But yeah, I know a lot of those booklets were just like hanging around. So I ended up having about 104 or so. But yeah, to Firebird's point, guys, like it's pretty quick. Like it didn't take me that long to scan all that. So I definitely wish I kept more. But I'm not mad at scanning 100. It's better than can you imagine the people that this whole time over the last few years of collecting were like, boxes, who needs them? Instruction manuals, who needs them? You can just look up the instructions online. And this is all true, but it's kind of funny how this is like rewarding the hoarders. So if anyone else wants to, CPA, how many you guys scan a good amount of instruction books, or what are we working with over there?
So I'll show this one on screen just because this is the one that I've scanned.
Just one?
I've scanned one to make that one video, and I haven't scanned any since, just because, man, 10, $15 is probably what I'd be getting max.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know.
So you got like 75
I was thinking like, oh, it's not going to be worth it because it's just such a pain in the neck to go and do it. But like I had all my instruction manuals sitting in stacks anyways in Ziploc bags. And I just keep them on a shelf in storage in the basement. And so I went and I pulled them out, and it probably took me half an hour to get through about 110 of them. And I've got like maybe another 50 or so to get through. I will say like the thing that sucks about this is I've kept maybe a few 501st instructions from the $30 battle pack. I've probably thrown away like, I don't know, 40 of those. I've probably thrown away like just so many battle pack instructions that I was just like, let me just recycle this because I don't need this crap. It's never going to be useful. And now they do something like this. I'm just like, man.
Exactly.
But what am I losing out on? Like $10? It's not that
more
bad.
or less.
But it'd be nice if I still had it, and then I could scan them. Now I feel like I can really get rid of these instructions.
Well, the thing is too is I'm really glad that you can, if you have 30 501st battle packs, you can get points for each and every individual book.
Yeah.
So I think
double
that's
up.
awesome. However, on the other side of this coin, guys, there's a couple things I've noticed from trying to scan as many booklets as I can, because trust me, as a dad, I'm going through all of Lana's sets, and I'm just taking all of her instructions. I probably took like 15 instruction booklets from her, and I'm like, I buy all of her Lego for her anyway. She doesn't need these points. She doesn't have an account. It's all through me. So, Tyler, have you scanned a bunch? Have you scanned any at all? Not really. It's because it's not like it's a whole lot of points per book, but
no, I haven't scanned any so far, and Matt brought up a good point that like I was gonna bring up like when I started talking was from running the BrickLink store and how many sets I purchased, like again modern day sets that have the the barcode or the QR code on the instructions, and I don't sell instructions anymore. Some of the more expensive ones I do, if they're $2, $3, $4 an instruction, sure it'll be worth my time, but I'm not packing up a 12-cent instruction manual and messing with that. So it's like normally I just throw everything away, but it's like now at least maybe what I'll do is like per week or like every other week, I'll just, instead of just throwing them right away, just leave a stack on the side of the table. And then maybe every other week, scan all the QR codes for all the sets I parted out, which for a 2-week period, you're looking at, probably in the range of 60 to 120. Maybe 100, like again, maybe like 50 individual copies a week or so. Yeah. And then, I can just keep on kind of doing that, until they stop doing this QR code stuff. And, if Brent, you're saying it only takes a little bit of time. How often or how long did it take you to do? You said you did like what, 60 of them?
I did 104. So
how long did that take you about, you think?
Maybe like an hour, but I also spent time looking for them as well.
Okay, so they weren't just in a stack next to you. You had...
It took me 30 minutes with a stack of 110 or so.
Okay, so 130. So what does that work out to? 100 times what? 15 cents we're agreeing on? 15 cents per?
15 cents, yeah.
All right, let's see what the math is. 100 times.
So like $30 an hour if you're doing an hour of scanning.
I mean, I guess it's not. Yes, I mean, it's not the end of it. I mean, I'll probably.
If you just do it while you're watching a TV show or something, I mean, there you go.
Or doing something else.
You know,
that's honestly true. Yeah, I'll probably. So that's kind of where I'm at. I haven't even looked at it yet. Like I really, I mean, I watched the videos that people made that first day, but other than that, like as long as I have my points still, that's all I give a damn about. Like as long as like since I'm trying to like with my points right now, I'm trying hopefully. Maybe if at this point I'll have to probably scan some instructions because I'll probably be able to get up to Venator for free. That's what I'm trying to do. I saved up all my points.
I'm halfway there. I'm not going to make it in time, but I'm halfway.
I don't think you're making it. I honestly think I'm at like 5. Last time I checked, like 520 worth or so, like 520, 530. $520 or $530 worth. So I need like $100 more if I buy the set September 1st, and then just like scan a bajillion instructions. Okay, maybe I'll probably end up doing that. So yeah, now Lego's got me. I'm gonna scan my instructions.
I mean, dude, because it doesn't take a whole lot of time to scan all these. Like I mean, don't get me wrong, I was thankful to have around 100, but man, like if I had 1,000 books, dude, like you could definitely get through that. I mean, you spend a day, and you could definitely get through that. I mean, do the math, like 20 times 1,000. How many points are you getting?
150 bucks.
Yeah, so you're getting. Thanks for the quick math there, CPA.
That's what I'm here for.
Like,
I know it's pretty terrible that I literally got to calculate 100 times 15 cents.
I was like,
I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I was like, someone will say it. Yeah, I was like, someone will throw that out there. But yeah, so guys, it's kind of cool that the hoarders, the people that kept instruction booklets and boxes, and kept their instruction booklets and their boxes, it's kind of cool that we're finally getting rewarded. Big shout out to the Brick World YouTube channel, also a channel member of this channel, and I'm assuming it is Mark behind the keyboard there. So big shout out to Mark, and shout out to Brick World just because all 4 of us were there at Brick World. So looking forward to going back to that again. So what's up, Mark? Thank you for tuning in. It's always great seeing you in the chat.
I got to say, with the insider stuff, I'd love to be on the other side of things just to see this data. It's got to be so interesting to see like an individual person, especially like, I don't know, BrickLink store owners and whoever else, like the people who are just buying crap loads of sets. It's got to be almost confusing for them. Like, what do you do with all this information?
We'll see. And that brings up a good point, dude. I'm almost a little nervous to do it because it's like, again, if they know my account and it's like, again, they own BrickLink. So it's like, can they really hate BrickLink sellers? It's like, you know what I mean? Can they really despise people that do that? I mean, that's how the platform runs. You need to buy a bunch of sets and part out the parts. Like, so that's just the gist of it. So it's like, but I am still a little scared if I, do start tracking everything and they start seeing, all right, this guy's buying a quadrillion of this, 50 of that. It's like,
what are they going to do about it?
Yeah, but like, will they ban me from Lego.com?
No, probably not.
So that's kind of my
There's no way.
He's giving us too much money. Stop him.
Yeah, but it's not through them directly, and it's like, again, they might be thinking like then at that point, if I buy 2 of something on Lego.com, no matter what it is, they're like, oh, this guy's just reselling them. Like, even though I don't, there's nothing to even buy on Lego.com. I mean, everything's full price. And the stuff that's 20% off is Mario sets that I can find for 70% off at Walmart. So it's like, I don't, everything I buy from Lego directly is really for myself. So I just don't want them to ban me,
It's funny because that information's got to be interesting to look at because they're able to see how many people are going to, I'm assuming, Kohl's, or they'll be able to tell what Lego store you got it from.
You got to find out how many whales are out there.
Yeah,
just hoarding sets.
Right. So, but yeah, people were asking in the chat, how do you scan it? People also were in the chat answering those questions. But yeah, it's the QR code on the front of the, it's just going to be right on the front of the instruction book and on the bottom right-hand corner. It's the same QR code that you would have scanned to pull the instructions up on your iPad or whatever. So that's where you will find that. But hold the phone here. Oh yeah, CPA's got us covered. Bottom right-hand corner.
It's bad boy right here. You can try scanning it, but you're going to get
everybody scan. No. Everybody screenshot and scan.
Quick,
okay, so I got
points.
So this is, I see this. We got a beautiful super chat that I'm going to get to in just a second, but I have a hilarious, and shout out to Max because me and Max were playing MLB The Show on Xbox, and he's just like, we're talking about all these instruction booklets being scanned, and he's like, imagine all the Lego set reviewers that always like show the booklet. Like, do you think he'd be able to go on some of these reviews?
Oh,
And just
absolutely.
when they're like, here's the book. So
But
I
that
put
sounds like a lot of work.
Is that how you're going to get your money back from Brixie?
Dude, I totally could, man. I just got to scan enough. Well, actually, technically, he did pay me.
That's true.
So technically that was
the
that
debt
was
is
met.
settled.
But if it wasn't, that would be a hilarious way to do it. Like, I got my $2 because I stole
That'd be
your insider points. But I wanted to put this theory to the test. So as me and Max finish our game of MLB The Show, we got the dub because that's what we do. I come over here into my Lego room and I hop on the computer, like headset still on, like Xbox controller in hand. I'm like, dude, I'm about to try this right now. I pull up an M&R Productions review. Shout out to Ryan. I tried to steal your points, but somebody else, I think, got there before me because, dude, I paused it, held up my phone, scanned the link popped up, clicked the code, and it took me to the page, but it just took me to the page as if I tried to scan the same code I scanned before, where it tells you like, oh, do you want the instruction booklet or the instructions or whatever, but it didn't give me the option to take the points. Register. But what's funny about that is either Ryan went through and scanned all his, which I highly doubt. What probably happened is some young lads got that idea before Max sold it to me and actually went through Ryan's videos and stole his VIP.
Wait, you were going back to like older ones, Brent?
Yeah, well, I just tried random ones. So I went to his like 501st Battle Pack review, like the $30 one, the first one.
Man, that's funny because I mean he's got all those reviews from like 2019, like of like random like the action battle sets, like with like a little. There's already someone that did that. I mean, there's 100%. Someone spent the whole couple hours taking all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I was. That's what I was telling Matt.
And retrospectively, that's kind of funny for Ryan because, I mean, Ryan probably knows. Let alone again, I can't speak for him, but he probably doesn't give a damn about 15 cents for an instruction.
That's what I'm saying. I don't. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, if he goes to like say like in a month or whatever, like to get all of his instructions together,
and half of them don't work.
No, he's gonna realize it's like, oh shit, like he probably knows by now, but if he doesn't, he's like. Damn, I don't have a single safe instruction on this box.
You got some 10-year-old just rolling in VIP points.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, dude. Some smart 10-year-old or something thought of that idea before Max, and he was like, oh, I only have, I don't. He doesn't have access to adult money, so he probably doesn't have like a crazy amount of instruction booklets sitting around. And when I was 10 years old, I definitely didn't keep all my manuals, but. Dude, some smart kid was quick to it. I bet, like right when Insiders dropped, a handful of nights ago, was like, dude, I bet I can go through reviews and like try to scan codes, and so it is possible. I'm not giving you advice saying that you should do that, but you probably won't have any luck because I think little Timmy beat us all to it. If anybody was going to try that, so it would work in theory, but somebody probably beat you to it. But
it's a shame that our 1999 2000 instruction booklets, dude. Why didn't they have QR codes? What's the deal?
Pathetic.
Yeah, I had a lot of books that I was pumped to scan, and they were from like they were just a year too old. But real quick before I forget, Dan Flowers coming through. Gotta play this real quick. Dan Flowers, guys, coming through with the 1999 super chat.
Great year.
Throwing the shades back on because my man Dan, I mean, he's just going crazy with the super chats. I don't even think he's a channel member. He could have been a channel member 80 times over by now because he's always dropping the super chat. Big shout out to Dan. He says, hello, gentlemen. Hello, Dan. Thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you very, very, very much. Guys, I feel like we've been talking about scanning manuals for a while here, but there was a couple random little factoids I wanted to throw out here before we move on to the next thing. Weirdly enough, BrickHeads don't have QR codes on them. Mm-hmm. Am I crazy, or did anybody else see that, right?
Yeah,
I tried two.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had like at least I thought I was really smart when I figured this out. I was like, oh yeah, because guys, I'm not the brightest tool in the shed. Most of the time I don't figure things out. But let me tell you, when I do figure things out, I'm like, dude, I am Elon Musk. Like, I am so smart right now when I figure stuff out. But, so, I'm thinking about it, and I go to some other sets that are Lego store exclusives. Those sets don't have QR codes.
Do you have an example offhand?
GWPs don't have them either.
So that's where I was going. I was like,
there's nothing to track. There's nothing to track in that.
Right, because they know it only came from, they only came from a Lego store. So that's kind. I mean, I'm thinking that's got to be the reason, because there is another QR code, like inside the box, I think, that you can scan to get the instructions. Maybe, I don't know, but because the QR codes on the box, those don't work. To get the points to register your set, it's only on the instruction book. So yeah, GWPs don't have them. Brickheads for some reason don't have them. For some odd reason, and I think this comes down to the same reason why polybags don't have them. So obviously, I'm checking polybags. I didn't think they'd have QR codes on them. They don't. Ninjago spinners, little like $10 set, they don't have them either. And I'm thinking that's because it's not even a booklet. It's literally just like a folded up piece of paper for those instructions, because it's such a small set. So those don't have QR codes either. But another weird thing, like the $8 just like classic bricks box, those have QR codes. So I'm like, and I anytime I see those on clearance, I'll buy them for my stepdaughter's piece collection or whatever. So she had like 3 or 4 of those just like small classic pieces unopened, and I'm just breaking them open, like stealing the QR codes out of all of them. It's like taking candy from a baby. But so if I like, when I was scanning all these codes, I go into her bedroom as she's like chilling, watching her iPad, and she's like, "What you doing?" I was like, "Looking for instruction booklets." And luckily she was distracted, or else she, like a normal 7-year-old, she'd be like, "Why?" But she just kind of was like, "Oh, okay." Just kind of shrugged it off, like, "Why is he looking for instruction booklets?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll tell you later when you're older."
Yeah.
But so yeah, just kind of another one of those weird things that like GWPs and like brickheads don't have them. I know brickheads very rarely, like the Mandalorian and Grogu brickheads, those are in stores. I don't think I have my instruction manual or my box to that anymore, so I wasn't able to check.
I've got mine somewhere. I don't know where.
But it's kind of a weird thing that not everything has that QR code. And the last thing I wanted to bring up, so I wanted to get some opinions on this from the chat, from you guys. Like I said, an $8. It's like the cheapest thing that you can get a QR code in is like an $8 classic just box of bricks, right? Get you 20 points. I scan a QR code for my $400 Republic gunship.
Yeah, I was going to bring this up.
20 points.
Good point.
Yeah, this is the last thing we're going to talk about the scan. Oh, it doesn't have a QR code?
Nothing.
Yeah, so brickheads for some reason just don't got them, guys. I don't really know why, but yeah. So I wanted to bring this point up before we finally put the instruction, or the insiders talk, or at least the scanning the QR code, before we wrap that up. But how crazy! Yeah, she's gonna sue me for those VIP points when she's 18. Nah, insider points. Nah, my whole thing is, I'm like, dude, I've bought you all of your Lego. See, my thing is with my stepdaughters, I pretty much, I know what's in my stepdaughter's collection, and so I pretty much tell other people not to buy her Lego because they don't know what she has. She might get a duplicate of something, but it's also really easy for me to know like what Lego sets she wants, and I don't have to like kind of take a guess at like, oh, maybe she would like this, maybe she wants this, maybe she wants, like, I know she always wants Lego, so like I am just like in charge of all of her Lego like gifts essentially. So I pretty much tell all the grandmas and grandpas and everybody else when her birthday comes around, like, don't buy her Lego because I kind of take
Brent,
care
you gotta
of it,
just tell them to get her you gotta tell all them to only get her a box of boys.
A box of boys.
You'll just take to the side.
You'll be skimmed.
That is actually a good point. I'm gonna start telling people Don't get her Lego unless you get a box of boys. We will accept duplicates of boxes of boys, but
get her addicted to army building from a young age.
Oh yeah, and then when she stops caring about it when she's like 15, like me, I'll just buy them all from her. It's all mine.
Yo, Brent, does she like so she has no interest in like? Actually, I mean, I take it back. She doesn't really like Star Wars at all, or does she?
She likes Star Wars, but like
she has no interest in a box of boys. Like, just she doesn't even know what it is, kind of thing.
Nah, yeah, I mean, like, so she's only seen like episode 4, episode 5. I don't even think we started. Yeah, I don't even think we started Return of the Jedi yet. I think she's 7, so like with her, she doesn't really care about anything live action unless it's like a live action like Disney remake. Like she loves the new Cruella de Vil movie or like the new Lion King or.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I mean, like, and I was kind of like that when I was 7. I really didn't watch like I wanted to watch something animated or like cartoon. So she's kind of still in that stage because I've been trying to get her into Harry Potter too. And anytime we're like, so you want to watch Harry Potter? She's like, no. Can we watch the new freaking Kung Fu Panda or what? Like, So
hey, I agree with her, man. Harry Potter ain't good. Who said that? I didn't say that.
Oh, whoa there. I don't know where CP.
Like, dude, I can't get past the 4th movie. Dude, literally, first off, it took me like 7 times to get through the first movie, and then I'm on the 4th movie, and I'm serious when I say, dude, like I like it's one of those things where like I feel like I was holding out for the first 3 movies, and it's like, all right, I got through it, but by the 4th movie, I'm drained from seeing that BS, dude. Like I just
so
like,
even the 3rd movie you didn't like.
Look, I'll be frank, dude. I mean, I can't even tell you a damn thing that happened, dude, other than Harry and Hermione were on a train, I think, in one of them, right? Like, it's just
they're on a train in almost every single one in the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I've only seen the first one, actually, earlier this year.
And then you fell asleep halfway through and you never went back?
So
it was all right.
This is what I always tell people out, and Sean kind of goes through. A lot of people can't make it through the first 2, which is understandable because the first 2 are very much kid movies because the main cast is literally all like 11 years old. And then the second movie, they're 12 years old. But the 3rd Harry Potter movie is one of my favorite movies like ever. It really that's right when they start to mature. Shit gets dark. People start dying. Like it's a lot more, serious. I don't know. I think they eventually get up to like PG-13 for the last one or whatever. Kind of similar how to Star Wars, the only PG-13 one is Revenge of the Sith, because a lot of deaths and things.
The trailer for the last movie of Harry Potter looks great, dude. Like I don't doubt those are
great.
The
end, Deathly Hallows is amazing.
I don't want to watch those without watching the first like 7. Like I'm not that type of person. Like I have to, like if I'm gonna watch the last 2, dude, I'm not gonna go in there blind. Like,
you can just wait for the remakes.
Exactly. I was about to say they're
give that a go.
They're gonna do that. They're gonna do that show, and then they're probably gonna remake them too at some point.
Like, look, dude, if they made Hayden Christensen as Harry Potter, then hell yeah.
That's the most prequel boy thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'll do that. I don't like Indiana Jones, but if Hayden Christensen was Indiana Jones, I'd freaking watch
Hayden's everyone. Make him everybody.
Literally, I mean, I'm not even lying. If there's only 2 actors that I would
Love
say.
You, Mark.
I would say Hayden Christensen and Andrew Lincoln. Only 2 actors. If they played any character, I'd watch it no matter. Honestly, dude, if Andrew Lincoln played Barbie in the new Barbie movie, man, I'd be there. I'd be there day one.
Hey, that new
Andrew's Barbie, and then Ken is Hayden, right?
Yeah, literally. I mean, that would be the perfect movie.
Dude, the new Barbie movie is pretty good. But no, like, so real quick, and we'll get back to Lego. But
I can't believe it's already been 50 minutes. I can say that. I'm like, what is?
I know.
For 50? I'm like,
time freaking
we
flies,
on topic
dude.
1 out here.
We hit all the intro stuff, but
That's fair.
But so, dude, Hayden Christensen, like, he's been in some other movies that are pretty awesome. Like Takers is a star-studded cast, dude. Takers has Hayden Christensen. It's got freaking like Chris Brown, T.I. It's got oh man, I'm blanking on the others. It's got the guy that is in like Thor. He's like in the Thor movies. He's like the like main security dude in Asgard or whatever. It's
Heimdall. What's his name?
Keith Urban.
It's what's his name? Idris Elba, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
The other guy.
So, star-studded cast. Hayden Christensen's awesome. He's been some Jumper. Shout out to Jumper. That's a good
Jumper's
movie too.
Great movie.
Jumper is fantastic.
Jumper's really cool.
It's a good one.
Yeah, we love Hayden. Anyways, but yeah, guys, I think it's whack that you scan a $400 instruction booklet and you get the same as an $8 instruction booklet. I think they definitely should have. They should have at least give us a little. Like, dude, I was expecting, like, when I went to scan like a giant UCS instruction booklet, I was like, I wonder if it's gonna give me like 100 points instead of 20.
You want a sliding scale based on how much it costs?
Just a little bit, you know what I mean? Like,
we talked about this a little bit. I think it should be by number of pieces.
Yeah,
is how they should tier, because then you're getting rid of the currency exchange.
Yeah,
true.
Flat across the board. 0 to 500 is 20. 500 to 1,000 is 50. 1,000 to 2,000 is 100. 100 whatever.
Maybe that'll move them back to stopping with the piece inflation then.
Right?
Just balances out.
Balance it out for themselves.
Fabu said a girth scale, if you will. Yeah, man. I mean, like, I think. Like, if you scan the instruction booklet for the Eiffel Tower, it's 10,000 pieces. Like, you should get more than 15 cents for that.
Or maybe it gives you a little bit nicer of an animation.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, dedicated Lego consumer.
It's like, thank you so much for dropping your paycheck on this set, but here's 20 points. Oh, man. Yeah, see, like Aaron said, like, I got 20 points for my Titanic. Like, you should get a little something more. Give us an animation.
Just watch. They'll change it up in a year so you get more for the more expensive sets now that we've all scanned ours.
Right. All right. So, anyways, to move on the Lego talk a little bit, but hey, you know, the tangents are always a good time, you know. We were talking about great things. Hayden Christensen, what a beautiful man. Why can't
I would trade my Cloud City Boba Fett to take a picture with them. Dude, so if anyone wants to make that happen.
He's doing conventions fairly often, is he not?
Yeah, like
I was gonna say it's got to be cheaper than that to just like pay,
like in Austin or New York, or
you fly out there, get a hotel, and get the picture for less than that, probably.
Yeah, maybe I'll retract that. I'll put the Class of Boba Fett on Andrew Lincoln since he doesn't do conventions.
Yeah, he doesn't do stuff anymore.
Although he might for next year for the Rick and Michelle show. He might come back to doing a couple conventions, maybe.
Shout out to Lego.com for not having a coming soon tab, but they have it when I look at it on my phone. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it, but hey, a lot of these sets are in the new. But so guys, I'm in the camp that I feel like September 1st is a little bit better of a release day than August 1st. Obviously, we got some great Star Wars stuff coming out. But I just want to talk about this Concorde just for a second. This is September 7th, so technically it's not the 1st, but whatever. Like, I'm still going to consider it in the release. It's within the same week. But this Concorde, I don't know if anybody in this panel even gives two F's about this, but I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I'm not going to buy it.
It looks great.
But
I'm not buying it, but it looks awesome.
$200, man. That thing is huge as well.
Yeah,
I don't exactly remember. Is it 3 feet long, or
it's like,
2.5?
Let's see. It is.
Yeah, right there in the middle.
Yeah.
42 inches. What's the math on that? 3.5 feet.
105.
That's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 1.5 feet wide too.
I mean, just look at it on this shelf.
You need a big shelf.
I mean, it's a pretty big footprint for $200. Oops, don't want to play that. Don't want music. Okay. Oh yeah, here's the lifestyle. Look at this guy right here. We always like to talk about these models, but look at this guy right here. What do you think's on his mind? What do you think?
Does that not look like the guy from? I've never watched the show, but Outer Banks, bro. The main guy, Chase something.
Oh yeah, I've never watched it either, but I think.
I swear, man, that looks just like him.
I was thinking Criminal Minds, the techie guy.
Oh, the Reed, Detective Reed. Are we talking about him? I kind of see it with longer hair.
Yeah, Reed. Yeah,
Reed. Okay, I kind of see. Yeah, Reed or Chase. I think that's his name from Outer Banks. I don't know the main dude, so people in chat might know. But yeah,
look at him. He's a married man. You know who he kind of looks like? He looks like the guy that sings "Take Me to Church." What is it, Hoosier or something?
Oh, Hauser, I think.
Hauser. He looks like
Captain Hauser.
It looks like he's like at any second he's about to give us a "My love is not human. She's a Concorde at a funeral." I spent 200 on this set today.
You're nailing it too hard.
My wife is gonna be mad at me. I'm a married man, but I'm spending half our money on Lego. Take me to the Lego store. I'll spend all my money on plastic bricks. All right, I'm done. But dude, that looks like the guy, right? Oh. Somebody click that and just clip that and just embarrass me. Look at the interior on this thing though. Like this is, dude, you got the toilet too. I like the inclusion of the toilet in there. That's nice.
So they had a Lego Ideas set that was fairly similar. Not as detailed, not as big. It was just kind of a generic jet, and I think they definitely took some inspiration from that. But yeah, I mean, the interior is kind of slim, but I don't think you're buying it for that anyways.
No.
So the interesting comparison for this is they did that Boeing 717 or whatever from it was like 2006, but it had like no interior. It was very, very studded, like extremely studded. Just looked super blocky. Like it was really cool. But this thing is sleek, man. Like as Sean would say, look at the butt on that thing, dude. Look at those thrusters. The landing gear actually drops down. I mean, guys, this thing, I feel like a lot of people, are gonna overlook this set. But I mean, it's you're asking a lot for an airplane. But dude, I think I want this. But like I hope the set sells terribly and they discount it like $30, like by 30%, like quickly, because that's when I'll buy.
That would be amazing.
The people who collect model airplanes, this is their crossover into Lego. I think this thing is going to sell just fine.
No.
I tend to agree.
So a quick parallel that I want to draw with this Concorde here. This thing and the Titanic kind of pull at the same heartstrings for me, because the Titanic is just an iconic, passenger transporting vessel, right? And this Concorde didn't suffer the same fate as the Titanic. It didn't crash into the ocean or anything. But this thing right here, like the tickets for this was very expensive, but you could, casually travel from New York to London on this thing as like a normal person. And this thing went up to Mach 2. I mean, they were on some Top Gun ish with this thing, dude. I mean, like there's like really old footage of like people like clapping and like getting pumped up, because when you're sitting in this thing, they'd have like a speedometer up there, and it would let the passengers know when they broke into Mach 2. And so it's the only like, what is it, commercial plane? Is that what they say when you could just be a regular person and get on it? I don't know. Guys, I'm very stupid. But this was like the only plane of its kind that you could just be a normal passenger, hop on that thing, and actually go like Mach 2. I mean, this thing, They didn't let these things fly. Like you could not fly this over the country because the sonic booms would literally shatter windows.
Wow.
So that's why it could only go from New York to London, because you're traveling over the sea. A normal Boeing like plane, even today, a modern commercial airplane, I think takes, I'm probably wrong, not exactly right when I say this, but about 6 hours to get 7 hours to get, from New York to London. This thing did it in this thing did it in 2 hours.
Well, even just looking at Mach 2 is about 1,500 miles an hour, which is about 3 times.
Yeah, that's like 3. Yeah.
Dude. Guys, this is why I have CPA in here, because he knows what he's talking about, and I don't. Sean usually helps with that too. I'm just kind of in here saying stuff sometimes. But
dude,
I don't know, guys.
You've got me fooled. You know your stuff.
A little bit. But I only know, I go into weird rabbit hole dives about stuff like this because obviously everybody knows the Titanic. There've been movies made out of it and everything. But this thing right here, dude, like, it's just crazy that there's never been anything else like this. There's never been another passenger plane to go Mach 2, and you could just like it's just, you just buy a ticket and hop on it. Like, this is not like a military jet or anything. Like, you could just, if you were traveling to London, you could hop on the Concorde, get there in 2 hours, go Mach 2, and
do
I think
do they still operate? Do you know?
No, so they
No, they
shut it.
don't.
I didn't think so.
They're bringing them back though.
Are they actually?
Yeah, I read that recently that they're coming back in like a couple of years or something.
Dude, they should. I would love to be on one. The only thing is, I'm pretty sure the tickets were like in the thousands to get on one of these. But the thing is
2029.
Wow.
They're coming back as soon as 2029, according to timeout.com.
You're going to have all the like big time like YouTubers hopping on these things because they're the only people that are going to be able to afford it. But the thing is the reason why these plane tickets were so expensive is because they could only fly these things. Like these Concordes weren't getting the same mileage as like regular Boeing passenger planes because of the fact that you're going Mach 2, like some of the passengers on these things that have gotten interviewed, this dude said when you're going Mach 2 and you put your hand on the window, it's like hot. Like hot. Like he's like you can't just like hold your hand on there for longer than a few minutes. Like it is warm. So you can only take these things going that quick so many times. So I feel like that's another reason why the plane tickets were literally in like the thousands. But
so I pulled up some ticket prices. By the end of their run, early 2000s, late 90s, adjusted for inflation, it would be about $12,000.
Sheesh. Hey, dude, but if you got racks like that and you just need to go to London real quick, dude.
2 hours. That's a drive to Chicago or something like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So yeah, guys, I just want to throw that out there. I mean, I know a lot of people aren't like crazy about this thing, but I am actually pretty glad because I want this thing to sell poorly and I want to see a 40%. I want to see a Black Panther discount on this bad boy, baby. I want to see this thing for like 40% off.
Keep on
and I
dreaming,
will jump
man.
on it. Huh?
Keep on dreaming.
Yeah.
I hope so as well, but yeah, I agree with
it might get a casual 20, maybe.
For Black Friday or Christmas.
It's a pretty fair price, I feel like, for what it is. So it's not like the Black Panther bust where it's like that thing is definitely overpriced for what they're asking.
Right, yeah. I'm reaching a little bit for that. So, anyways,
best of luck to you, though. I hope you get your deal.
yeah, we'll see what happens. So, anyways, yeah, I had to talk about the Concorde just for a second. I know it's kind of old news about the Concorde, but I'm pretty excited about it because I've been getting real nerdy and looking into all those random factoids that I've been throwing at you guys for the last 10 minutes. But people in the chat are wanting us to get to Ahsoka, which we will get to. Lego.com. I still am mind blown that there is no coming soon tab.
So if you go on the left, you should be able to scroll down by
Star Wars, right?
Well, I just want the coming soon stuff.
If you click availability down there, you can uncheck or just check coming soon.
Let's go. Okay.
Big brain.
CPA saving.
A proper Lego.com user right here.
See, I always use it on my phone. Okay, so guys, a lot of these sets been talked about a lot. People have reviewed these. Man, especially people that have talked about the building experience for that Chewbacca, all the dark brown on dark brown. That's gotta be a nightmare to build right there. But guys, I mean, me personally, like, I like the Star Wars stuff, but I'm eyeballing the Disney camera right here. Like, dude, I think this Disney camera is... I think it's fire. I know we all know Sean is probably freaking just freaky jumping for joy when that thing came out. The insects, kind of niche, kind of weird, but I do think for certain people they're going to like that, like the botanical fans of the world. Oh, and look at that, a little passenger airplane coming out alongside the Concorde. Very interesting. We're getting a couple planes in this wave. We got the giant 500. Actually, for some reason in my head, I thought Gringotts was 500. But we got the big Gringotts coming out. Very cool. Marvel minifigures, the Ghost. And that's it. Oh, no. 3 more? A couple more brickheads. Some Christmas sets. The gunship that's too small. But, yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, I mean... You know, you guys eyeballing anything for September 1st, or like the first week of September, I should say?
All those Star Wars sets.
Everyone?
I think I'm getting all of them except the Chewbacca one.
Yeah, dude,
Can't imagine why.
I don't need that. I'm good.
The face,
guys. I know we've talked about Chewbacca enough. So has the rest of the internet. But I think one other takeaway from this is, look at, why does this look like Will Ferrell?
I see it. Oh my god.
Is that Will Ferrell's
that genuinely almost seems like the head is Photoshop. Doesn't the head look a little off?
That's AI Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I agree.
AI Will Ferrell. That does kind of look photoshopped into his hands there. But yeah, like, why does that look a little bit like Will Ferrell just chilling? I don't know. But guys, I mean, hearing people talk about what the building experience is like on this thing, I mean, it's just dark brown pieces on dark brown pieces. Like, that's like, dude, I built a brickhead one time, like a Harry Potter brickhead that had a lot of brown hair, and even those like 5, 6 pages of building that hair, I'm like, this is kind of hard to tell what pieces are going where because it's dark brown on dark brown. And it's like, if you want to know what the building experience is like for Chewbacca, it's exactly that for 300 pages. Like, yeah, dude. I mean, I think this looks like Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I do have to say, with the Chewbacca, the lighting, just the direct lighting into the eyes for the studio lighting did not do it any favors whatsoever. They had some I think it was San Diego Comic-Con. They had a more natural lighting where the eyes aren't so bright white,
right,
as you would expect with some shading and shadows over it, and it looked a little better, but I mean, it still is what it is.
I mean, I just can't believe
$200.
I just can't believe it's real. You know how many other cool things they could have done? Like, they could have done
$200. You buying this? Or you buying the Concorde? You buying this? Or you buying? I mean, how many other
Concorde all day, dude?
Easily
Concords.
I mean, dude, the minifigure's not even exclusive, and the thing is what hurts me about this minifigure not being like, they could have at least I don't know, some kind of new Chewbacca. And I oh god, oh no, there we go. I get it. This Chewbacca's pretty good. There's not a whole lot of improvements you can make, but dude, like the Luke's land speeder, at least you're getting an exclusive C-3PO. Like, you know what I mean? Like, give
honestly, this minifigure should have been the first one where they figured out some damn way to put a 3PO or like a backpack on, like, like where you can put like 3PO's torso or like just something, cool. Dude. Like, this should have been that time, because like, unless they do another, I mean, where else would that? See, okay, look, this is where the OT of me. I think even on one of these shows a couple months ago, I got roasted for this too, dude. I can't fully remember, because in episode, okay, so it was only episode 5.
Correct.
Where
Cloud City. Yep.
Okay, but not in 6, right? Because the Ewoks all loved him, so he was always like he was never taken apart.
Correct.
Right.
Okay. All right. So scratch those 2 minutes. Yeah, like I was saying. So how it was on Cloud City.
Still though, I mean, I get what you mean. Like, give us something that isn't this Chewbacca that everybody already has 50
or,
of.
Even the normie way to do it, man. Give us a little arm print. I don't give a
hair or something.
Literally, they could just replicate the exact same dark tan kind of fur on the legs and just do a little something on the arms. Just like, why not? Like what does it hurt?
Yeah. And I gotta say, this plaque doesn't. This plaque ain't really doing this any favor. Like, it still looks as weird as in the blue plaque. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, guys. Everyone's talked about this enough. It's Chewbacca, like Firebird said. I think it's a pretty easy skip. I'd much rather have a Concorde. If I had money to just drop willy nilly on and then Lego.com does this, where it's like all of a sudden it's only showing me 3 sets.
That is weird. But remember that deep discount you were talking about with the Concorde?
There you go.
That is a real candidate. Take that and apply it to Chewie. 100%.
Then you just buy it as a parts pack.
If you need a lot of brown, there you go.
It's a brown battle pack.
Yeah, that's right.
Someone described it. Someone described it as, it looks like he's melting and there's chocolate puddles around his legs, around his feet.
Chocolate puddles. It is a very interesting stand that he's on. It's like an octagon, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't put him on like an Endor floor. Why didn't they?
Yeah, right.
Some foliage,
just to spice it up.
Now, again, with the black box art, How much cooler would this would have looked if he had like an indoor surrounding, a little Ewok
cool.
in the back or something?
Dude, I mean, black box art, I despise it, dude. 100% despise it.
I mean, look how well, okay, I guess this isn't black box art, it's silver, but yeah, dude, like black box art, man, like how much cooler would this Concorde would have looked if it was like in the sky and you had like a sunset going on in the background?
Dude,
it was
like a little
air.
like dark orange, little dark purple sunset in the backdrop. Right. Oh my!
Do you guys remember Microsoft Simulator 2000?
Yes, I played that.
The cover of that.
Yes.
Like just do some of that. Do a little bit
that
of.
Would look great.
It's just like
get people's nostalgia going.
Like this would look so much cooler if there was actually.
Got a little bit of smoke there in the background.
Yeah, I mean, they all have some kind of hue. I mean, the Concorde has a little more of a blue hue, but anyways, people in the chat are probably like, "All right, let's talk about Ahsoka."
Are we bringing up those BrickLink sets whatsoever or what?
Oh, I don't know, dude. I've never got a BrickLink set. I don't know what's going on with the BrickLink sets.
Well, the 5 next ones got officially picked, I think, right?
Yep. Yeah, I've done a couple deep dives into those. I have something for tomorrow as well.
Sweet. So, I'm very excited about them.
So I think, let's see, is that going to be something on like a...
Okay, I can link
it. Write the BrickLink. Write the BrickLink. It's like right there. I mean, like we don't have to cover if we don't want to, but like those are kind of more relevant than anything else, like new set wise,
So is one of them a mushroom house?
Yeah.
Okay, I got him right here. I got Jay's Brick blog. Let's pull it up.
Because I mean, honestly, this is one of those things where there might even be some people in the chat that haven't even seen them yet. Compared to like the other sets where it's like people have seen them. So like, I mean, maybe if you want to do like a 5-minute thing on it, I mean, it's up to you.
Mm-hmm. Because even
I got him right
even
here.
being a Lego fan for many, many years, 20 years, I had no idea the BrickLink Designer Program existed until earlier this year, which is, in my mind, absolutely insane. These sets are, as far as from an investment value perspective, they are through the roof. They are proven winners time and time again. The more people find out about them, maybe that'll dip a little bit. But, I mean, there's always an inherent cap with these BrickLink Designer Program sets, which jumps them in value.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is like, I didn't even know these existed until a couple years ago on like an early ACOB episode when Sean started bringing these up, and I had no idea they were even a real thing. But I mean, hey, this mushroom house, it looks like a smaller one. Like, I feel like these BrickLink sets are usually kind of big. This thing ain't small, but do we got let's see. Do we know how much any of these are going to be? Maybe they'll have the prices at the bottom.
So they won't do the prices. These ones go for crowdfunding in February of 2024.
Oh, okay. I have a picture of
Wait, no. These ones will go in June. The Series 1 goes in February.
Oh,
so these ones
are Series
crazy,
1?
Man.
Which ones are the Series 1? I haven't even...
Yep. So Series 1 was released, I can drop it in the chat, in May. And
really?
got a couple.
I'm trying to think of what... Man, I don't even know what Series 1 is. Let's see.
It's an old train station, an old train engine shed, Mountain Fortress, Parisian Street, General Store, and Snack Shack.
Yo, these got actually... What? Why did I never see this? I mean, I remember seeing these like when like they first like... when you could like go through the 700 different things. I had no clue these were picked. I thought the one that we're looking at, like with the 5 that are like new today or yesterday, I thought those were the... Are they all from the same pool of 500 initial things, or
these are different pools. So right now is for the next 30 days, if anyone in the chat is super creative unlike me, you can submit your own designs for Series 3 of the BrickLink Designer Program. And then that'll be an entirely different set of 5 will be chosen from that.
I didn't know they did it so often. I thought it was like a every 6 month type of thing. Wow, dude, this is sick.
You'd think they'd put this on the front page of BrickLink more too. I mean, I'm on BrickLink like every day, and I haven't seen anything about this.
Well, yeah, dude. I mean, BrickLink's literally my gig, and I never saw the Series 1. The ones that CPA just put in the thing. Yeah. I never saw those like announced or like what? Like, I mean, that's nuts, dude. But this old train shed isn't crazy. I mean, people in the chat probably already saw this 3 months ago, but damn, dude, the fact they picked that train shed, I'm excited. I'm gonna get that one.
I wish I had like, I mean, all these sets for Series 1, what'll probably be like just under $1,000 ish. Man, I wish I had money to throw at all those. I'd buy every single one of them.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I've convinced my dad to probably do. You can get 2 of each, right?
I believe they tend to change it. I think in the early days, I think it was 3 or maybe even 5. But yeah, nowadays I think it's going to be a limited 2
Yeah,
per
so
household.
yeah. Oh, so that actually, so me and him using the same address, will that screw us? Because like if he gets like 2 of each for himself, like maybe to build one here and there, but like other than that, keep the rest.
I think it would screw you if you're sending it to the same address, so you might have to find.
Time to send it to my brother's address.
Exactly. Oop, are you muted, Brent?
Yes,
There we go.
yes, I am.
Yo, Brent's been talking for the whole 10 minutes, man. We're all just talking over him. And it's like, what in the hell is going on here?
But no, it's kind of. I mean, using different addresses and stuff. It's like reminds me of me trying to get more P1 clones.
More clone packs.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, look, I still somehow, some way, dude, I ended up with 25 of those things straight from Lego. So I did it right. I'm excited.
I got, I think, 7 different friends to order those for me.
I know. Look, and I severely regret not doing that. Like, I kind of kept it like close and concise, like I did. Yeah. Well, see, somehow, dude, I got 3 orders of 5 cents in my house.
Yeah, I did that too. I ended up with a total of like 60 between everybody that I was able to get.
Damn, that's crazy.
But they come in handy of using them in mocks.
Guys, real quick here, before we jump onto some Ahsoka stuff, I think it's time to do a little bit of a giveaway here. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen real quick, and I'm going to throw up a banner letting you guys know what the hashtag is. Where is it at?
Concorde. Hashtag Concorde.
Hashtag Concorde. Now, I think everyone's pretty familiar with hashtag Box of Boys, and I think in honor of some of the new merch coming out, because there may or may not be a Box of Boys shirt coming out as well, but we'll do hashtag Box of Boys. Run this giveaway here. Well, I guess I can open the giveaway, and then we can start talking a little bit about Ahsoka here. But starting right now, hashtag Box of Boys. Just like it is. Just
Black
like
Series.
Dude, Tyler.
My wallet can't handle getting into
I
Black
found one
Series
too.
as well. Holy smokes.
Well, no, hey, look. This was, people Shreddy might remember in the chat, maybe Seattle too. This was, and Brent, you were there too, I want to say. Remember that one stream I did where like I first found out about I first started promoting like my Amazon affiliate, and like we were like looking on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
But there was like those Bo-Katan Funkos for like $1.99 or whatever. But this was, I'm surprised, honestly, bro, I'm surprised you didn't pick one of these up then, dude. These were on Amazon then for like $5.99.
Okay, that's, you know what's funny? That's what I got mine for, but I got it in a Ohio thrift, or no, I got it in a Goodwill. So I actually got this for the same price. You know what's weird though, Tyler? I might want to check on this, but like, I could have sworn I ordered that Bo-Katan Funko that was like $2.
Yeah, you said you had a Chase version. Remember, you said you got the one with the Chase sticker on the front, right?
No, I never got it. Or wait.
Yeah, I swear you got it. You messaged me pretty close after, and I could have swore you were the one that said you got the rare one.
I think it's in its box.
Okay, no, Shreddy got the Bo Chase. Maybe it was. I know there was a couple of you guys, but Shreddy maybe was the one I'm talking about or thinking about.
You know what? I think I do have it, and I think I left it in a box, so I think it's just in a brown. But no, I think I just got a normal one. I didn't get the Chase.
Yo, Brent, did you get your $2.50 otters? Or your $3?
I ordered those, yeah, dude. When me, you, and Shy like just discovered those.
Did you get them in?
Stream. Nah, it told me like it gave me kind of.
Oh, you didn't even order any?
No, I ordered them, but it told me like next week or like the end of August.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I got mine in I think like 2 days ago.
So, oh yeah, real quick, I do have what the new T-shirt looks like. Stud City has dropped a link, but I will show you. what that looks like right here. So hashtag box of boys right now in the chat while you guys are while those comments are filing in. Ooh, the box of boys t-shirt will drop later in the show.
Oh,
But
snap.
this giveaway is for the Ahsoka tee. So hashtag box of boys. Everybody get your comments in. We'll draw this winner here soon. We'll give this a few more minutes. But in honor of this beautiful Ahsoka ACOB shirt that came out, you know, we'll keep this short for Sean out there who's lurking or who's watched this on replay, gang. But I think obviously all of us are very capable of doing a lot of talk on Star Wars. But fellas, 2 episodes of Ahsoka. Tyler dropped his quick reviews on his Instagram story, relatively positive. What'd you guys think?
I would say I give if you combine them together, the 2 episodes, I give it like an 8 out of 10. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I like the parallels that they got going on with some of those shots with some prequel stuff. I'm looking forward to the coming episodes. I think it's going to be good. I'm optimistic, but a little bit cautious still because I feel like I've been burned too much by some of these recent shows. But
right.
Agreed.
Feeling optimistic about it.
Yeah. I have to agree as well. I would probably give it an 8.9. 8.9. And then as I was telling some buddies that similar to Firebird, you know, a little burned from the previous shows where the hype was high like it should have been and the delivery was a little low. So all I expected from this was to be a continuation of Rebels and just make me feel like I'm watching another episode of Rebels. And it delivered to that respect. And so I'm satisfied so far. And I just hope the rest kind of just keeps that up. Maybe we have some high points. Not surprised if we have little low points, but we can live with that as long as it delivers.
So I think
are we spoilers or no spoilers? We should probably let people know if spoilers or no spoilers.
That's a good point.
If there's more than a couple people out there out of you 88 in the chat that don't want to hear spoilers, I guess we'll give you a warning.
Or you can drop it in a banner and just say spoilers, and while the banner's up, we're talking spoilers. If it's not up,
dude, shout out to David L for the $1.99 super sticker. Oh wait, I just heard a beep. Hold on, we're gonna put David L.
Ooh,
we're gonna go David L. We're gonna go back to you. Sorry, oh god. We're gonna go back, but we have a call in here from Mr. Full Price Jones before we do this giveaway. So guys, giveaway hashtag box of boys. Get in there. I think like 40 of you are in there, but we got a special caller here calling into the show, Mr. Full Price Jones himself.
Gentlemen, it's so great to be in the building. How are you doing this evening?
What up, Sean?
Fine, doing great.
I'm sorry, who's Sean? This is Full Price Jones.
Oh, my bad.
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones.
Jones.
Look, I'm hearing all this box of boys. It's showing up on all my social feeds. It's really kind of taken over. And one thing I want to make sure of is when you guys are out there doing that, is that you're doing the right thing and you are not accepting any discounts whatsoever on these boxes of boys. I'm hoping you're not only paying $19.99, I'm still paying $27.99 because that's the price that Walmart originally put out there. I do. I went up. I checked out earlier today. I got 3 of these so-called boxes of boys, and they rung out for $19.99. I felt a little guilty, so I threw them a 25 piece, to make up the difference. I do not eat free lunches, as you guys know. So I just wanted to check in and make sure that we're doing the right thing. And also, look, September 1st is coming up very, very soon, and I hope, again, respectably, everybody pays full price for the great work that Lego's doing. I want all these Star Wars sets to be bought at full price, especially everything from Ahsoka. She's a wonderful gal, and I don't think she deserves any kind of discount whatsoever. You know what I mean?
What about that Chewbacca?
Yeah,
Chewbacca full price, Jones?
Oh, I've got several Chewbaccas. Are you kidding me? I've got one in every room. He's like a friend of mine. He's like a pet in every room.
Dang, you got him early. He's not even out yet.
Now I'm
That's
hearing a lot
crazy.
of. I pay over full price. Don't act like some of us can't get this stuff early. Tyler's over there sipping a soda, whatever he's doing. He gets sets early all the time. You don't think FPJ is capable of that? You don't think FPJ gets stuff early? You don't think
I guess
whatever price it is? Come on, man.
You know what I want to see is I want to see a build stream with you building all 4 of those that you said, 4, 5, 6 of them. That's what I want to see. I want to see a build stream of all the Chewbaccas.
As my friend Duck Brick says, I've got minions to build for me. I'm not building.
Oh, dude, Full Price Jones would be friends with Duck Bricks. It makes sense. It all makes sense.
You guys thought I built 4 Chewbaccas? Are you out of your mind? Oh my god.
He's probably paying somebody Full Price Jones wages to build them for him.
You're absolutely right. All cash, baby. You see it? You see my avatar? I'm rich. You see that? Oh wait, I see a couple 20s in there. That's BS. I got to get rid of those. Well, look, I don't want to interrupt too much. I mean, I'll hang back. Let's go ahead and get this giveaway, which you guys know I'm totally against giving anything away. Everybody should.
Yeah, I was going to say, dude, we're doing a giveaway.
Yeah, but
I didn't know giveaway was in your account.
Look, at the end of the day, I'll let you guys be charitable. I'll never be, of course, but go ahead and do your silly giveaway.
All right. So,
what a legend.
This supposed Girth gang or whatever you call them has been waiting way too long, and I just.
Mr. Full Price Jones, guys, there's only 39 of you in here in the giveaway. There's 80 of you in the chat. So I'm going to give you countdown about 10 seconds, and we are going to start this giveaway. So you got 10 more seconds to hit that hashtag box of boys to get into this giveaway.
What are you guys giving away tonight? A Rolex, a Ferrari? What are we looking at?
So we're actually giving away a beautiful piece of our ACOB merch looking something like this. So brand new, inspired, a couple of brickheads.
Wait a second. What is this 15%? See, I was going to buy something tonight just to kind of support.
Don't worry about it.
Kings of the discount.
We actually have a shirt dedicated to you that the discount doesn't work on. So we did that just for you, Mr. Jones.
I'm sorry, you're selling merchandise in my likeness?
Fair use.
Well,
fair use.
Fair use. Fair use. Yeah.
That's fine. I guess I'd feel weird profiting from being so awesome, but go ahead.
All right. It looks like 3 more people got into the giveaway, and that was definitely more than 10 seconds. So 42 beautiful people in here to win a beautiful piece of ACOB merch. Let's go ahead and draw this winner.
Now they get the worst piece of merch, right? Whoa, that was fast.
Shreddy!
Awesome.
Hey.
It's a Life Bricks viewer. He came over from
incredible.
the Life Bricks channel.
Now, Shreddy, I hope you do the right thing and you reject this prize and you pay full price for it.
Reject the prize, just pay full price. Oh man, that is funny. Hey man, big shout out to Shreddy. Let's get some W's in the chat. Let's get some GGs.
Good job, Shreddy.
Let's get some GGs. Let's get some W's in the chat for Shreddy winning himself a beautiful Ahsoka inspired a couple of brick heads shirt. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. We're doing like 3 Mr. Jones, I don't know, this might make you feel uncomfortable, but we've given away like 3 things in the last 3 weeks. We've given away a couple boxes of boys for absolutely 0 money, and now we've given away a piece of our very own merch. Does this make you feel a little uncomfortable, Mr. Jones?
Completely uncomfortable. I think this charity work is ridiculous. I've got my finger so close to unsubscribing, it will make your head spin. You know what I mean?
Well, we really don't want to lose your subscription, Mr. Jones. We appreciate you calling in and giving us your insight, but we will continue to do giveaways. So I'm sorry, Mr. Jones, but yeah, please don't unsubscribe. But we gotta, we like to give back a little bit. Can
I at least pay you for the shirt that Shreddy won?
You can pay me for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Just to make sure it's something free.
Somebody needs to pay for something around here, so I'm going to pay for Shreddy's shirt. Okay.
Oh, okay.
What do you say? They're $25. How about 35? Does that sound fair?
That's perfect.
All right. Oh, sorry, CPA, who does do my taxes, by the way. Shout out to CPA. I haven't paid a tax since '89.
Not one tax.
Not one tax, no sir, never.
Oh man,
I don't give back. He'll tell you, CPA, how nasty am I at tax season?
Oh, it's rough, but thankfully I get it all, so it kind of balances out.
I don't mind paying for great service.
Yeah, we're getting.
I gotta
requests.
ask, with FPJ being all this talk about spending money and everything, are you like a tier 3 member here on this channel? Because you definitely should be.
Ooh, he definitely should be. Are you a member, Mr. Jones?
Of course. Yeah, I've all the members on this channel. Who do you think pays for all of it?
If Mr. Full Price Jones is the type to be a channel member on like every single channel he watches, like he definitely has YouTube Premium, but he also is a channel member on like every. Is that true, Mr. Jones?
Patreon member, everything.
It's partially true. I am a member on all the channels I watch, but I'm also a member on the channels that I don't watch as well. So,
Legend. Someone's got to make the world go round.
Oh man! Well, what a pleasant surprise, Mr. Full Price, turning in.
I'm just
tuning in.
I'm in Arkansas tonight, doing big deals with the world's biggest retailer. You know what I mean? So.
Oh man!
It made me uncomfortable. I was meeting them with them today, and they started talking about everyday low prices. And I got to be honest, my skin started to crawl a little bit. They said, "What if every day?" I'm not going to tell you what I sell. It's a great product. They said, "Do you mind if we do I believe you poor call it a rollback or something like that." They said, "What if we did a rollback? 6-9 months into selling this thing?" And I said, "What does that entail?" And they told me they wanted to discount my product. I told them to shove it up their ass, and I stormed out of there. I left the deal on the table.
Well,
but after the meeting, I did the right thing, and I went to Walmart and I cleared them out of all their boxes, oh boys, or whatever you call them, and I left a
boxes, oh boys.
That's right, and I left a fat tip.
So Mr. Full Price Jones, Stud City tuning in the chat here. He's a pretty big advocate at pointing out the sales when they are available. How do you feel about that?
I have a dartboard, and he's on it.
Some call him the king of Walmart, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Oh man, well,
every king eventually loses their crowd. I'm just saying, Stud City would be. Stud City's doing well. What is he at? Like 50, 60K, 100K? I don't even know what he's at. If he wants to get to $1 million, he's got to cut it with the discount stuff. I'll be honest with you.
Oof. He's got to start paying full price.
He needs to go around and kind of flex hard. That he's. I understand they're sending him free sets now. Again, bad for business. Bad for business. He should just send those things back and do the right thing.
So even though he's in land, he should just like send them back and then just purchase them.
100%. He should return to sender and take his ass to Walmart like the rest of us. You know what I mean?
But you gotta avoid those rollbacks like potholes, though, man.
Oh, 100%. No, look, day one. Here's the good news about day one for those of you that are interested. There's zero rolling. There's zero roll backing. There's no kind of anything happening. If you go on day one, you can join the elite like Full Price Jones and pay full price, quite frankly. I mean, there's really nothing special to say there.
Man. So how do you feel about Kohl's though? Because Kohl's typically always sells their stuff for full price. However, they hit you with that Kohl's cash.
I'm unfamiliar. What is Kohl's cash?
I don't want to tell you. I don't
want
to get you worked up.
Is it another one of these things for the poors? Is that what it is?
Absolutely. It's like better than insider points.
Yeah, well, similar to a finance plan, I have no interest in that whatsoever.
Shreddy says Venator Full Price Jones. Is that going to be a full price pickup for you, Mr. Jones?
My Venator, I believe, my Venators will be around $1,300. I'm buying a couple of them. So,
couple boys? I mean, couple Venators?
One, I'm just on the way home. I'm just gonna send one out the window.
Struggling there.
Drop test. I think he's so overjoyed with thinking about doing that he just couldn't really hold it together. So you're just gonna send one out the window like a drive-by drop test?
Full send Jones.
That is, Tyler wears the hat. All these kids are talking about sending things, so I think I'm gonna get a Venator. I'm gonna probably pluck the figs out of there because I'm a real jerk, and then I'm gonna just send it on its way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
well,
guys,
Mr.
I gotta
Jones,
hit the hay. I've got to make another 2.4 tomorrow. I hope you guys do the right thing on September 1st, and I just want to leave it with that. Don't go in there Don't even bring gift cards. I just want full raw pricing on everything. No red cards, nothing. Full price Jones, out.
Dang.
I'll do my best.
He came off the bench. He made 6 threes. Came off the bench. Went back on the bench, I mean. Well, guys, literally didn't see that coming. It's been a while since we've had a caller, but Mr. Full Price Jones coming in hot. I was going to ask him before he left, but Mr. Jones, if you're still listening, if you don't use your insider points, can I have them? Also, send me all your instruction booklets.
Well, yeah, what does he do with those points?
He heard about the QR code scanning, and he went out and burned all of his instruction booklets. Just to hell with getting more free points. All right, well, little giveaway went down, little call-in from Full Price Jones. Shout out to Shreddy for winning the t-shirt. Oh, by the way, Shreddy, DM us on our Instagram account at BrickheadsPod. We always forget to plug that. But if you guys want to follow us for updates and things of that nature, follow us on Instagram at excuse me, BrickheadsPod. So Shreddy, let us know, prove that you're you, and then we will send you that merch, that sweet merch. All right. So, anyways, I believe before Full Price Jones called in, we were talking about the Ahsoka show a little bit. Plenty of people were in the chat were like, it's the internet. If you've gone this long, you know, if you're on here, you're going to see spoilers. So we talked about it enough. I'm just going to get straight to it. Qui-Gon has got to be just one pissed off Force ghost. I mean, dude, Kylo gets stabbed, gets saved. And then we got Reva getting stabbed like twice. She didn't die.
Reva's is inexcusable.
But the thing is, this just okay? So as I'm watching this episode, and we see Sabine get stabbed, I'm just like, are they just doing this for every Star Wars show that comes out?
It's just a meme now.
I mean, dude, like seriously, like in the next Star Wars show that comes out, I'm just going to be expecting that someone's going to get stabbed with a lightsaber and survive it. I mean,
Acolyte, 100%. Is that the next one?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
Actually, Skeleton Crew. See, now that's interesting, dude, because the thing is, I mean, Skeleton Crew, if it weren't for these writer strike things, Skeleton Crew was, I guess, going to be January. Okay, so it's like, was Acolyte really going to come out, like, at that point, it'd have to be, like, November, you know, if you want to get 8 weeks before, like, so I don't know. I mean, at this point, I'm willing to bet I think it's going to be Skeleton Crew still, because I think that's how it was initially, but I don't know. Maybe the strikes might, whatever one is farther ahead. I don't know. You know, so maybe Acolyte. I mean, I think both those though, Acolyte and Skeleton Crew. I got a terrible feeling about both those.
So do you think it used to be a thing in almost every Star Wars show or every Star Wars movie, somebody would get a limb chopped off. So do you think they're like, instead of limbs getting chopped off, let's just stab people and make them survive?
Bro,
I mean, I
mean, dude, the getting stabbed part and the having a map for every damn thing.
The map too. Yes, thank you for bringing that up.
On, dude, get that stuff out. It's just like when I see it, like, look, it's just truly, man, that map in the first episode, none of it was compelling, dude. All I knew
Force
was
Awakens again.
I mean, all I knew was, look, this is the only, and look, it sucks. I hate to say this about Dave, dude, but like whoever wrote that map in particular, like, and thought of that idea, it's like, it just goes to show, dude, these guys have no clue what else to do, how to, project the story going forward. It's just
the thing is, it's Filoni though, right? It's Dave Filoni. He should.
Well, yeah, you would assume so. Yeah, so I hate to say it, if that truly was Dave that like came up with that and like 100% okayed that, I'm like, wow, like he stooped down to that level. I'm surprised.
Are there any suggestions like other than a map? Because Thrawn and Ezra they're somewhere. They're somewhere way out there. The Purgils took them away. So how do we get there, I guess is the question.
Yeah, I mean, what's weird is they were talking about another it's a pathway to another galaxy. Like, are they gonna do like a Marvel thing and be like, in another galaxy, it's like a new world, and then we're gonna have like a Star Wars
multiverse?
Yeah, like a multiverse and Star Wars. Like, I hope they don't.
Well, have you guys seen the theory? Again, there's nothing to really lead to it, but like if they did this, actually would be very interesting. Again, this isn't a spoiler, not that I know of. I mean, all I've heard of this just being theories. You know, I have no clue if this is real or not. But if they were to, say like episode 4 or 5 or 6, they go into this other universe or other galaxy thing. If by the end of it, if say episode 8 of it, sure, the last 20 minutes, Thrawn comes back to our galaxy. There's people have talked about what if it's the case of right now this show is what, like little after Mando, so like 6 years after like 6 years after episode 6, so like then you have like a big gap. Like what if the other universe, the time works quicker or something like that, where then when they come back to ours, it's after the sequel trilogy is done, so everything that they do forward, like with like Thrawn and in the movie in a couple years from now, all that type of stuff, when they actually bring him back and Ezra's back and like all of the characters and just like the actual timeline following that group of characters is beyond the sequel trilogy, where then you don't have to mess with, you don't got to continue to try to fill in the gaps of how does the First Order happen, like where's this.
So you just retcon it?
Well, it's not even really a retcon, but like say you could still maybe you just skip it. So then like you're not thinking in the back of your head, because that's one thing that I really don't like about Star Wars as a whole, and I think it really in some avenues I think it's really kind of slipped through the cracks lately, of like you are so confined to the same 50 years pretty much, your Phantom Menace and 10 years till Clone Wars type of thing, and then 30 years after, sequel trilogy or not, like you're confined to the same like 50, 60, 70 years that like you already basically know the start and finish now. It's like you're just filling in gaps so much, which I feel like maybe kind of hinders some of this stuff, because again, like the Ahsoka show and say like the movie in a couple of years, like, are they really gonna play it all into, is that whole movie gonna like be based off the fact of like by the end of it, Thrawn's out of the picture, First Order's up and running, but like no one really cares that much about the First Order, where it's like, is that really what all this is working towards? Or are they going to try to be able to make it its own story and push it beyond the sequel trilogy and just be able to let it live and breathe in its own, area, where it's like, when you do Mando season 4, you do Ahsoka season 2, you do Boba season 2, everything is beyond that sequel trilogy, so everything can be brand new and fresh going forward. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Instead of being confined into, again, like First Order this, Snoke that, like Palpatine that, like just get away from it. Not retconning it, but just get past it, and then they can still come back and maybe do a show. I think the First Order is interesting, man. My favorite scene of Mando season 3 is when the Shadow Council is talking, dude, and you have Hux's dad. I mean, literally, Hux's dad in that scene was the most interesting thing I've seen in Mando season 3. I loved it, dude, because it's like, where is he at? How can he just send in the Praetorian Guards? Is the First Order already up and running? Like at that point, like where are they? Does Thrawn? I mean, literally, there's always been kind of a theory, like does Thrawn kind of start the First Order? Like to kind of be able to bring back, but like you kind of don't. You would assume not, because Thrawn is more so loyal to the fact of the Empire rather than like, right? I mean, am I right on that? That Thrawn never really particularly, even in Legends, never really wanted to bring, or am I mistaken by that? Did Thrawn want to bring back Palpatine?
I think he wanted to use, and I haven't read all the books or anything, but I think he wanted to use the Empire to help the Chiss Ascendancy.
Yeah, his actual race,
against the whatever the other faction was that was bigger.
But he didn't necessarily care about, right, from what I know at least, he didn't like factually care about like say Palpatine and Vader and like the higher ups of like that structure. He just wanted to have that structure behind him, like the Empire behind himself, so then the Empire as a whole can protect what he wants to protect, right? I think that's so if they do that, because again, I think Thrawn making the First Order just makes no damn sense. It's like, why does, and then again, like, so they kind of screw themselves. So that's why I'm hoping, if that theory is kind of right, I think that would be interesting to bring it all back after the sequel era. So there's my take, or that's what I think.
I could get on board with that and like that, just because I wasn't a fan of the sequels as a whole as well. But I think Dave and John have more respect for Star Wars as a whole than say JJ and Rian Johnson had for Star Wars, to where they will work within the confines of what is existing canon and work to make existing canon better,
Yeah, I
or
think you're
better
right.
or worse as a whole. But I think even what we've seen in Mando season 2 and 3, pointing to Snoke, pointing to the cloning, pointing to all those little nuances, I think with whatever they create, they will respect what exists and work to point to that, for better or for worse. That's
Well, see, that's a good point too, because like you got to think about it. Like, and again, like you said, in those couple different scenarios, you know, they hint at the cloning pretty heavy, and it's like even like in Bad Batch, like you hear Snoke's theme at the end of season 1. You know, you literally hear his theme when they go into the facility, and then of course season 2 does jack. I mean, Bad Batch season 2, I don't care what people say, I don't like it. Like that show, there's nothing in that season that happened, dude. They took 16 episodes for literally Crosshair to be like, just switch sides again. It's like that's it. Only thing that happened. Other than that, they're on an island with, like, literally, they're on an island for 6 episodes
with Mace Windu.
Yeah,
they're island boys.
Yeah, so it's like, so no, literally, Brent. So my thing on that is like, you know, they are setting up a lot of things with that, and it's kind of weird because again, the whole Mando verse, what people call it now, you know, it seems like it is all leading to Thrawn. You know, so will Thrawn? I see where we're coming from with that. I mean, will Thrawn actually have ties to the whole cloning thing, or will Thrawn's? I really hope Thrawn's thing is just totally separate because, you know, again, I've never even really fully read these, but I think people in the chat, or I think maybe you guys have even heard, like, you know, Thrawn or like, you know, this era in Legends, you know, like talking about different galaxies and stuff like that. You know, they had an entire different species, the Yuzong Vong. Have you guys heard them?
Yes.
Yeah. So, dude, that's the type of dude. Bring them back, man. Ahsoka episode 8. Bring those guys back in our universe, and just like I hope they do that. Just keep Thrawn's thing totally separate. Like I really, as much as I agree with you, man, in the fact of like it's all gonna probably at the end of the day come full circle just because of what it is, and like you know, because of just, you know, again, not wanting to mess with retcons and BS like that. I really do hope. It's just weird to think, man, that just. And I think part of it too is just a lot of stuff has kind of burned all of us, is just quality wise, where it's like, again, Boba season 1, it's like there's just so much more, man. Why didn't they do Crimson Dawn? You know, why didn't we see Kira? Like, you know, the fact that they are so confined with their universe in the same 50, 60, 70 years, why not take that time of like when you still have these actors, you still have these characters, like these generation of people, like whether it's our generation, the people a little older than us that like still care about these characters, like, you know, Anakin, Luke, Ahsoka, like all of it is still relevant now. Like if you're talking 40 years from now, I kind of hope, I mean, in general, like they can't still be doing Ahsoka shit 40 years from now. So like when you bring in those new characters 40 years from now, you know, I just wish they, you know, now fully contained. Why was Maul at the end of Solo? You know, just finish that story.
Yeah.
You know, why did Maul end up on Tatooine, you know, not doing anything? Like what happened to Crimson Dawn? Like there's so many things they still need to fill in, but then they give us goobly glob like Kenobi
because they got scared because they got scared because Solo didn't, you know, Solo bombed at the box office. Before Full Price Jones entered the chat, wanted to go ahead and say, oh snap, we got 2. Okay, so so first, thank you so much to David L. coming through with a $1.99 super chat, leaving a super sticker. He said in the chat that it was a spoiler warning sticker, but we've already been deep into the spoilers. And while I got this music going, got another super chat from ourselves. I'm assuming this is Sean, but Sean, thank you so much for super chatting ourselves. I didn't even really know that was possible. We said I just bought this show for $2.3 million. Full Price Jones. Well, guys, Full Price Jones owns us now. There's gonna be some big changes. Is he gonna handle it like Disney handled Star Wars? I don't know. So, all right, guys. So, getting back into Ahsoka a little bit, we are gonna go ahead and kind of one of the main topics here, coming off of talking about this Ahsoka show. I really, you know, I hope that the season ends up being a good show. I think that, you know, the map stuff was very kind of like literally as soon as I heard they were finding a map to find Thrawn, like I like looked over at Jennifer and I was like, really? We're on maps again? More maps? And then someone got stabbed and I'm like, we're getting stabbed again? What's going on? So, but guys, speaking of Ahsoka, we're going to do a little bit of screen sharing right here, and we are going to talk about every set that our girl Ahsoka has been... let's see. Can I even find these tabs?
Yeah, I just want to say really quick. I mean, I apologize for that rant I just went on, because I just realized I'm like, he's like, when Brent brought up the map again, I'm like, holy shit, this all started from literally just bringing up
map.
And that, okay,
Dude,
so
yeah.
I know, look, I will be honest. I try to contain myself for the first, like, you know, that's why I've been a little bit more like trying to get a little work done, you know, blah, 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 blah. But then it's like, you know, this got brought up here. That rant, that little 5-minute ramble was the entire hour and 50 minutes of me trying not to ramble, all come out at once by accident.
Right? No, but dude, I mean, hey, it should all be talked about. And I mean, I just think the fact that they just are going through the same stuff kind of over again is just like, come on, Lego, or Lego.
Oh, come on, Star Wars,
thinking about Lego again, but yeah, like, come on. I
mean, Ahsoka, I think it's going to be the palate cleanser for all intents and purposes. I hope to just kind of get us off that nastiness of the past couple shows. Depending on,
see, like I said, I mean, like, I don't know anything. I don't know any insider stuff, but like, even if Ahsoka's a palate cleanser, man, I'm telling you, dude. Like, I'm not trying to bring anyone's hopes down, but my hopes are bottom tier, man, for the next 2 shows, Skeleton Crew and Acolyte. Like, so if Ahsoka's beautiful, I'm telling you, for a damn fact, I think there's a 5% chance that those are going to be good shows, and it's like, then we're going to be right back to the same BS.
And even so, Acolyte isn't going to be. Acolyte is what 150 years in the past, so it's going to essentially have no bearing on present day unless they do some craziness where, and I don't even know how they would connect. But
hold up, I'm going to spit another thing, dude. What if Acolyte takes place in the other galaxy that has time, you know, going quicker, faster, whatever, or, you know, slower, faster, whatever way it works, where then what happens in Acolyte, and by the end of Acolyte, that because their universe's time works quicker, they're able to portal back into our universe 150 years later. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you think, dude?
You're thinking about it more than they're thinking about it. No, I think that would throw way too many fans for a loop, and they just would get so lost.
I mean,
it's great. I hear you. It's great ideas, great theories.
But hey, that's how you bring back Plagueis, man. You put Plagueis, then you bring Darth Plagueis into post sequel trilogy, and then you get all of Plagueis after the sequel. Like, see, there's so much they could be doing, man. But they literally choose to give us Kenobi running away from Vader in the desert that looked like a backlot studio, and they did not give us.
It was.
I mean, no one will ever convince me otherwise that the Kenobi is not the worst piece of media ever created in anything.
Have you seen the Kai Patterson cut?
I've not. I've heard about it.
Until Disney took it down.
Oh, is it?
It's not anywhere on the internet, Brent? Like, they actually sued them, or they just took it off of YouTube?
I mean, they definitely didn't let them. The Kai Patterson. Yeah, they definitely put the ban hammer down. I don't know if it was because he had like a page where you could actually download it, but I don't know if that's I don't know if it's somewhere hiding out there. But anyways, guys, we're gonna be talking about all 12 sets that Ahsoka has ever been included in. Now, I know it's, you know, not to be confused with Ahsoka related sets in terms of like all the ones that are coming out right now, but every set that an Ahsoka minifigure is included in. We're going to take a look at these. I would like, hold the phone here. Oh, we got another super chat from David L. $4.99. Thank you so much, David L. Going crazy. But Ahsoka is looking way more promising in the Book of Boba Fett. Low quality garbage. The best Star Wars show so far has to be Andor. I still need to see Andor.
Facts.
I gotta do some catching up on that, but I've heard good things about it. Anyways, so guys, we're gonna talk about these 12 sets that Ahsoka has been included in. So starting with, these are in no particular order, by the way. I just was looking up all the sets she'd been included in. But this Twilight, I mean, Tyler, you were around for when this came out. I mean, this thing is, it's pretty horrendous looking, is it not? I mean, it's got to be the most studded, like, Lego Star Wars ship ever made? No?
I personally love it. The only thing I remember back then
Of course
is,
you would.
no, all I remember back then, and like part of the reason, well, sure, again, like one thing, it is just the truth of the matter. Like for me, and I feel like some people like our age, like, you know, sure, like I was collecting back then, but it's like, it is just the fact of the matter. Like 85% of everything was like my dad bought me. So it's like, 'cause I just was 9 years old. It's like, sure, some Christmas. So it's like, you know, I really had to kind of play my cards right as to like what I really wanted and what I didn't. And like the Twilight, just sure, like when you're comparing Twilight versus ATTE on the shelf, you know, I would assume most people like my age at that time just wasn't picking Twilight. But I do remember, I mean, you're on Brickset right now. How much did that retail for? It was very overpriced, right?
Wow.
Like for the piece count?
Where's that?
Well, 682.
Right.
Oh, that's not. Why did I think that was over?
40,
That's not too bad. I mean,
$100.
Yeah, I mean, 900 pieces for
Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah.
$100. I thought that was way worse. I don't know why. I don't know why back then. I swear that was such a, like,
Because that's $100 in 2008 money.
Yeah,
right.
but back
easy.
then, price per piece was like very abided by. Like, you know what I mean? Like from the community. Like, sure, nowadays it's like, sure. I mean, you just add 175 1x1 plates and tiles, and you know it doesn't really count. But back then, I mean, price per piece is way bigger. And I don't know why we always thought that was a overpriced set. I don't know, but no, I like it. For what it's worth, I like it now. I would buy it if I had the means of getting
I think
it.
it's just the fact of the matter that the ATT had all the figures this had, plus a couple others, right? I mean,
Ooh, that's a really good point. There, even Rada, yeah, Rada's in the ATT too.
right? So,
And I mean,
anyways,
it's just really simplistic, and it doesn't scream at you.
it's so.
But it's what the ship looks like, so you can't really.
so studded. It's crazy. I mean, I know it's 2009, but
That's
anyways,
part of the beauty of Lego, though, man. Like,
I agree.
and that's why I'm serious. Like, you know, nostalgia or not, man, it's just like the era of, again, like, as much as like, you know, sure, it's a little hypocritical when I say like, dude, like the T6 shuttle sets or the T6 shuttle that just came out, the minifigures, like, beautiful, dude. Like, I love the fact there's so much detail. Like, I think those figures look fantastic, but there's also a fine line between like, it's almost like just nowadays, man. I appreciate the era of Lego where you had a fine mixture of, you know, studs and detail. Everything was larger. Like if they made a Twilight now, it would be 50% the size. And then even the era of just like where the figs were like not overly detailed. Like I feel like there was just a beauty in that. Like the perfect median of like not 80s and 90s figs. Like you had flesh tone at least. Like you had, you know, leg printing when needed. You had custom molded head pieces and hair pieces. Like I like that, but honestly, I don't even know what I'm talking about right now and why this. Okay, look, now I can see the crack, dude. 2 hours.
Let's all rate this.
I'm taking a 5, bro. I'm going to get another water, man, and I need to shut the hell up for 5 minutes. I'm getting out.
You're good, man.
In many words, Tyler's saying he misses his childhood.
So we know Tyler likes this set. Out of 10, what are you guys giving this?
Bro, this is a 5. Look at this
I give
thing.
it a solid. Like, well, when Tyler said he's gonna take 5, I thought he was gonna say this is a
Give
5
it
out of 10 set.
5 out of 10.
Definitely a 5 out of 10 set.
It's a product of its time. I mean, you know, it is what it is for when it came out. Whatever. But it does not look good by today's standards, that's for sure. And there are sets, I feel like, from this time period that hold up better than this one does.
Oh yeah.
But that's what the ship looks like.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Like you can't.
I just wish this was made after the invention of the Lego tile.
Right.
Fair.
Yeah. So, yeah, 5 out of 10. We're gonna scoot on over to the next one, and it's a good one for Tyler to skip out on because this next one, you know, I had to throw it in there because it is technically an Ahsoka set, but we're gonna go ahead and hit. Oh man, now I've moved all these out of the way. Maybe it's this. No, that's not it. That's not it either.
You can do it.
Go?
Do you remember which one it is?
Okay, we're just gonna go to this one for now. It was just the Ahsoka brickhead. How did it go?
I have that one. I still haven't built it.
Likewise, I have it right back there.
Oh, I'm an wait, hold on. I'm an idiot.
For a brickhead,
so...
it looks pretty good.
All right, found it. Sorry, guys. I'm really stupid. Let me find it. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about the Ahsoka brickhead. I mean, it's an Ahsoka
CPA
set.
could just grab it off his shelf.
It's a pretty. Where? Oh my god!
Look at that.
It is. There we go. We got it in hand, and we got it right here.
Wow.
Boom. Okay. Sorry, guys. Anyways, Ahsoka brickheads. It's not a bad brickhead. CPA's got it sealed. You got it sealed on ice right there. Is that what's going on?
Oh yeah. Sealed.
So you can still buy this one right now for $10.
Number 150.
The 150th brickhead. Pretty solid. I mean, this one obviously not too much to talk about. It's a solid like 8 out of 10 ish. I don't know.
I like the way the Leku kind of follows her shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
I never really focused on that too much.
Some solid building techniques right there. But yeah, don't gotta spend a ton of time on this one because we got one that's a lot more interesting. I wish I didn't have to back out of the screen share and I could just roll on over to the next one. I'm sure there's a faster way of doing this, but
you should be able to share your screen or just Google Chrome as a whole, but then you gotta navigate to make sure you don't share too much.
Oh yeah. That's good. Anyways, guys, this set right here. You got Ahsoka's Starfighter with the Vulture droid.
Ooh, I missed out on that one.
This one's pretty solid. It was only $40 when it came out. Right now on BrickLink, oh, Mike, is that real? $4.29 on BrickLink.
Dang.
Gee, man, that is insane. I mean, let's see. The minifigs we had. We had Ahsoka. No, I do not want to view the manual. No, thank you. Okay, now we're.
You need a BrickSet account. Get rid of those ads.
Or ad block.
Or that.
There we go.
Because I think it just had Ahsoka, and then what, R6?
Okay, yeah. So the Buzz
R7.
Droid and the Astromech R7, A7. Interesting looking Astromech droid, but why is the set 400? And is it because of the prints on the 2 Vulture droids? Maybe those printed pieces. I guess that's the only way to get that Astromech. And I mean, this Ahsoka came in other sets, but 7 sets actually. Holy moly! So
those have got to just be super spicy prices because I'm seeing some for 240, 280, 300.
Yeah. BrickLink's just BrickSat's just showing us the highest one ever sold. I guess
they're trying to make their money. Commissions.
It's a little high. I think this is one they could maybe remake, guys. I think this would be a nice one to kind of get in today's day and age of starfighters.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'd be down
nice
for that.
To get.
I need the Ahsoka Padawan minifig.
Yeah, I still don't have one of those.
Well, see, I've heard some people say too when that Brickheads came out, they should have done like her Padawan version instead of like the version that they decided to do. But I think in general we're due for a remake of that Ahsoka. But hey, I mean Ahsoka's.
Do we have a Padawan Ahsoka without Clone Wars eyes? I don't think we do. Right?
I don't think so.
No.
That's probably why I don't own one.
Honestly, the Clone Wars eyes worked pretty decent, like with Ahsoka. Like I figured, let's take one more look at her. Like I figured, the big eyes looked really weird on a lot of the other figs, but I think on the Ahsoka, it works. It's not the worst in the world.
So back in the day, I skipped every single one of the Clone Wars sets because I didn't watch Clone Wars faithfully at the time, and for the Lego sets, I saw those eyes and thought, I do not want Lego figures with these big eyes. That is so ugly. So I didn't buy a single one. Very much regret it to this day. So regret it to this day.
Sorry, Sean. I was leaning away from my mic. Sorry, Sean's looking out for me. All right. Pretty cool set. Ahsoka Starfighter. I mean, I think that's definitely one they could remake, and it would be pretty awesome. But this next one's going to be interesting because I know this one has gone pretty high up in price. I think I heard Ryan talking about him walking into a. I
think I know where we're going here.
Is this the one? No, that's not it. Yeah, he's like, I remember buying a bunch of these for like $40, and now they're like $400 some. So, get this ad out of here. No, another time. Funny enough, it's a retired product, but here it is on Lego.com. So we get some cool images of this. This box art right here is just nostalgic for me. The Force Awakens box art. I mean, that's like around the time I was getting back into Star Wars. I mean, it just makes me feel all fuzzy and warm when I see that dark maroon and that Kylo Ren box art. Gotta love that. But this set, I believe, was, I guess, probably should have pulled up BrickLink, but I forget what this sold for. But now it's, I think, 400. So what's crazy is like it's like the Ahsoka figure by herself. They got a good image of.
Retail for $110.
Dang.
Current value $535.
Shout out to Lego.com for having images of every other minifigure except for Ahsoka on here. That's nice.
Legend.
Sweet. But yeah, anyways, this gal right here. How much did you say she was going for?
So the Ahsoka minifigure, according to Brick Economy, is for $358.
That's crazy.
Sheesh. That's insane. Good little lineup of minifigures, though, in the set. I mean, guys, I think this one, it's not the prettiest set in the world, but I think we all can agree we'd love to have a crispy one on ice, especially for those figs. I'd give it a solid, like 8.2 out of 10. I'd buy one for a good price, but not for, like, $600, though.
That Ahsoka figure is one of the few, like, expensive figs that I haven't been able to get yet that I still want.
This thing had a nice interior on there. Nice handle. The Ezra's kind of meh. But the, help me out.
Callus. Agent Callus.
I knew it was a K something. I was going to say, what is this? Khaled? DJ Khaled? What?
DJ Khaled.
It's DJ Khaled? Chopper right here looking cool. Before he's white instead of gray. But yeah, no, I mean, this set, pretty solid.
Great figure. So the figure selection.
Yeah, the figures do it for this one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really even remember that ship. Imagine somewhere in Rebels.
So, the very next one, what have we not looked at here? That's the new T6 shuttle. We looked at the Twilight. This is where we start getting spicy here, guys. The clone turbo tank. What a minifig lineup. Like, I mean, just look at these figs. Ladies and gentlemen. The Anakin. Ahsoka Padawan. Got a nice P1 clone. The A-list Sakura. Cad freaking Bane. And then it just says clone trooper. I guess this guy wasn't anything special. He just kind of got the black armor and the visor. But, I mean, you get a couple of boys. You get a Cad Bane. You get 2 Jedi and a Padawan. And, I mean, and then you get on top of that, you get a turbo tank. And you get a freaking chicken walker thing.
ATRT.
Thanks. Thanks, guys. Thing sold for $120 back in 2010.
That's worth it.
1,141 pieces. Oh, $110 is. Sorry, $120. Beautiful for that. Bring back the turbo tank. I mean, they've given us a gunship. They've given us an ATTE. When are we gonna get another turbo tank, huh? Huh? Come on, Lego. Let's just get one more turbo tank, all right?
Can't be that far out, I think. I hope.
Right. I mean, they've done...
Brent, can you check the private chat really quick?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, give us another turbo tank, y'all. Oh, yeah, no. Static?
Yeah, I mean, a little like crinkly. Is it only I can hear it? Like, I mean,
I can hear it as well.
It's Brent. Like, whenever you were going like back and forth, kinda, it's like when you were talking like 6 inches away from your mic, like you could kind of hear a little crinkle in the audio.
Heard that. Let me
So like you're good right now. Like when you're like talking to the mic regular, like you're good. But like I could tell when you were,
the
doing
closer I get.
Well, even when you were back, like hold up, just talk like normal now.
Talk like normal right now.
Yeah, I think really what it is, Brent, is just the fact of when
If you're moving.
Yeah, when you're moving back and forth from the mic and you're like saying a sentence in the meantime, like the audio is just cutting in and out, as in just distance. But like if you stay still, you're fine. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. I'll stay very still. I know he was, all good. All right. Anyways, try not to sway a little bit. Shout out to Max, West Coast Brick, said, "What's up, boys?" Good to see you in the chat, Max. Derek P said 7.7. Is that for the turbo tank? Dude, I think turbo tank, I'm going turbo tank. I might be going 9.5 out of 10. I don't know about you guys, but the minifig selection, it's a freaking turbo tank for 120 at the time. Amazing price. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I'm feeling a 9.5 out of 10. Ooh.
I was never partial to the turbo tank. I don't know why. It just, I think it was always because on the underside, those axles really stuck through, and it just looked kind of slim to me.
No, don't say that.
I don't know why. I was just, there was always something else on the shelf that drew my eye more than the turbo tank.
Firebird, please don't tell me you agree with that.
No, I like it.
Okay.
I do like it. I think I don't know. I see what he's saying about the axles, but I don't know how they could get around it.
Yeah, it would be tough to get around, but
if anything, my quick turbo tank story is, so I got one like normally, like back in 2010, or I guess it would be 2010 Christmas, and then going into 2011 Christmas, my dad got me the Anakin and Sebulba's pod racer set. And then I just kind of like, I'm like, because I wanted it, I asked for it, like whatever. It was like $90 at the time. This was like 110, I think, or maybe 120. But that was like my big thing I asked for Christmas, the Anakin Sebulba. And then after like a month, like I just never built it. And my dad was like, "Do you even want this?" And I said, and like I kind of like just told him like, "No, do you think we could return it and get a second turbo tank?" So then we did that. So that's how I remember. Yeah, and then I mean, believe me, like I'm glad I have two of these turbo tanks. They're gorgeous. I mean, I love them. But luckily, then in 2020, I was able to go back and get a Anakin and Sebulba's used, but very very good condition for very cheap. So it all kind of played out because now getting this turbo tank, used, especially with figs. I mean, you're looking at what? I mean, probably mid twos, right? I mean, for the turbo tank complete with the figs. And like the Anakin and Sebulba, I mean, I got it used for literally, I want to say like $35 altogether, like on eBay. I mean, that was also like the calm before the storm, right before the big, all the COVID normies came in, and all the big fishes came in, all the COVID big fishes came in, and
COVID gang rise up.
when now you got the every single minute of every day you have 500 people, not just 5 people, checking eBay, Mercari, Facebook, everything.
Yeah, you can't snipe deals very well. Yeah,
no shot.
Every minute of every hour. Oh my.
Yeah, goodness. I mean, it's literally, dude. If like it's pretty obvious. It's like, dude, you can't, especially like Mercari, dude. Like anything that's been on there longer than 20 minutes, just not a deal. It's just not a good deal. It's like, sure, if you need something, then it's like you could probably go on there and get it. But like, if you're looking for like the snipe of a century, you gotta find it within 60 seconds, otherwise it's out and it's gone.
All right, we got the.
Oh yeah.
What's next?
I love this set.
I'm probably gonna butcher this, but Umbaran.
Mr. Fake Clone Boy never watched the Clone Wars. He doesn't know what Umbaran
Hey,
is.
listen.
Never watched the Umbara arc. Yeah,
You don't know the weight.
One of the most
this
iconic
arc.
arcs. Come on.
I'll call him out for it. The truth comes out.
Listen, you would be proud. So we watch Ahsoka, and then my wife's like asking me all these questions, and I've seen literally like 80% of Rebels. So I mean, I know some things.
Rebels?
No, so she was telling me, she was like, I feel like I gotta watch Rebels now, and so I actually, instead of watching Rebels, we watched your favorite movie, Tyler. We watched the Clone Wars movie. We got like 40 minutes left in it, but we watched most of it. Shout out to Firebird for making the amazing Christopus mock. It's been a while. Now, I will say this, Tyler. I know you're like, oh, like you're not a Clone Boy, but I actually did watch the Clone Wars like movie like a while ago. Like that I have watched and sat through.
Okay, so Brent, you're a Clone Wars normie. You're just not a Clone Wars fan.
You're just not a Clone Boy.
How about this, Tyler? Yeah. Where were you in 2003? Let me just ask that.
I was 2.5 years old, and I was sitting there watching the 2003 Clone Wars, right? When I was 2 years old.
Okay, well, I remember 2003. I
caught that movie in theaters. I remember that.
Wow.
Oh, I'm not talking about the movie. Well, the movie was 2008. I'm talking about 2003.
Yeah. He's talking
I was
about
9 years old.
Yeah,
talking about the Cartoon Network Clone Wars.
Yeah, okay,
the Clone Wars before the Clone Wars. I was on my Windows desktop watching those on CartoonNetwork.com when those were coming out.
On DSL.
Oh, yeah. On dial-up, low quality, probably about 630. What do they call it? CPA, you know. The quality. 630.
80p.
P. Yeah, 680p. Or not 680. 360p probably. Maybe 480.
Oh, that would have been like
144p
back then. Yeah, like
maybe 480p. Yeah, probably 144. Let's be honest. Max. Brenda's a fit. Hey, dude, listen. The Clone Wars came out. Not Clone Wars, the cartoon that I watched every episode when it came out and thought it was amazing. And it is amazing. But when the Clone Wars came out, I wasn't watching any Star Wars. The Star Wars movies were done coming out. Disney had not bought Star Wars yet. We didn't know about any new Star Wars movies coming out. I was concerned about chasing girls and skateboarding and doing hood rat shit with my friends. That's what I was doing in 2008.
Wait, so have you not watched all of the Clone Wars at this point?
I've watched like probably 10 episodes, but I mean, it starts out like kind of slow, and so many people
wife
are
has
like,
seen all the Clone Wars. What you doing?
Well, dude, the thing is like, yeah, but I'm
gotta watch
going
it.
to like that's why me and my wife started with the crappy forced into a movie, the Clone Wars movie that shouldn't really even be considered a movie. But we're watching through that. The Sky Guy. What do you got to say about that, Sky Guy? And Anakin's like, what the fuck you just call me? Bitch. But no, it's cool. Like, I mean, like, there's cool stuff in the Clone Wars movie. It's just, I don't know. George Lucas literally walked in that office and was like, "Oh, you guys are working on the show. Well, we're gonna make it a movie, actually." And you can tell too, because like we have 40 minutes left of it. You can just tell, like the first like 40 minutes, you can tell that was designed to be an episode. And then when they go, like when they finish the battle on Christopus, like you can tell that was gonna be the first episode. And then you can tell the second episode was gonna be going to save Jabba the Hutt's kid. And then you could tell the third act of the movie is just the third episode they were gonna make. It's not like it's super bad, but I mean, definitely shouldn't be in a movie ranking above other movies that we won't talk about. Anyways, this set, pretty cool, even though clone noob Brent doesn't know what he's talking about. This set's pretty cool.
Brent, like a couple weeks ago when you did like your first solo stream, or like when it was just you, me, and Max, literally to think, man, that you went into that, and believe me, I believed you. You literally said when we first got into like the back room before the stream, you're like, the Clone Boy special, and then to come out 20 minutes into the Clone Boy special, and I'm like, what's going on here, dude? I mean, that's terrible, right?
I've seen 80%. Oh, okay, I know clones.
I don't hear it. No, you're a fake. You're a fraud, dude. As my
until I watch all 300 episodes of the Clone Wars.
Hey, Brent, look underneath my name really quick. I want you to read that really quick.
Oh no, it's really small. Let me full screen it.
That's the true definition of Brent right now. That's the fact of it, dude. I don't want to hear nothing out of you, dude.
Shots fired.
Bro, you were not even alive when the first Clone Wars thing came out. Or you were 2 years old, sorry.
Yeah.
You were 2 years old when the first Clone War thing came out. I was watching that. It ain't my fault that...
But you've had more time.
Yeah, you got more life that you could have watched it during.
When... In 2008, when the Clone Wars series came out, I didn't even care about Star Wars.
Look,
I was literally...
hold up, Brent. Why didn't you bring a girl over Friday night and catch the episode? A new girl every Friday night, you catch the episode that way.
Bro, if I told girls back in my heyday that we're gonna go watch Star Wars, bro, it would not have gone over very well.
Why was the Clone Wars not what you turned on to like act like you guys were watching before what happened? You know what I mean? Like, why was that not what you turned on the TV at least?
Because that was back when
maybe a fizzle out after 20 minutes. Maybe you don't catch the last 7, but like at least you can say.
Because back then, that's when you ordered DVDs through the mail from Netflix and you watched movies.
What about Redbox? Anyone here ever used Redbox?
Yes, Redbox too.
Redbox,
yeah.
Okay.
Tyler, take it away, Mr. Clone Boy. Tell us about the set and why it's awesome.
So everything about this I really do like. I'm a big Umbara fan. Again, another one of those examples where, although I take that back, this was pretty damn massive in the episodes too, right? I mean, CPA and Fiber, this was pretty, like, this was a very big compared to like characters and the thing. So I liked how it was scaled. Sure, I mean the figs don't necessarily make sense. Ahsoka should not be in it. The 212, again, I'm a little disappointed that like it is how it is, like, but it also makes it unique. Again, like I do, as probably some of you guys do know, like I do love the fact of, I like how this clone's unique. It is a Clone Wars 212. As much as it is a little bit on the lighter side, sure, but like I like how it's a Clone Wars 212 and the Battle Pack ones are realistic 212. I love that. I'm a huge fan of that. I don't like how they mix stuff these days, but as it sits, I mean, for the whole package, it's interesting, but sure, I can say the fact of, the Ahsoka, because it's the same Ahsoka that came in the Coruscant police gunship, only 1 year later, I really do think they should have just not put Ahsoka in here and just kept her in the Coruscant police gunship the year after. And I really, what would have been cool is, but I can also see where Lego doesn't do it. I can't fully blame them. Is if they would have either, honestly, at this point, it's 2 different scenes, but it would have been nice if they would have maybe done just a 501st clone.
Yeah,
that
would have made sense.
1, 2, 12, and then 2 on Barn, because you can kind of like, get the best of both worlds, a little bit kind of recreate when they were facing each other, or another thing too, which, if they would have, and I've always agreed with this. I don't think Lego should go down this rabbit hole. I agree with it. I don't think they should. In a perfect world, you would put like 5s in there, or you put 5s, hard case, Apo, even someone, just to kind of like have a named character. They're very prominent. Like, that's where you first like met hard case and them, like in that arc. But the second you put hard case in a set, Lego's screwed, because then they're obligated to literally put every other mother effer, dude, dog, tup. They're obligated to do that. So I agree they should not be putting named characters like that, but I really do think in a set like this, I think maybe a 501st should have replaced Ahsoka. On the cusp that we knew the Ahsoka was coming out the following year. So there's my take. What are
we giving this set out of 10?
I
won't say because I'm not valid because I didn't watch all 300 episodes of the Clone Wars.
Well, see, I think at the time I'd probably give it a little bit higher because, again, I wasn't really as critical in the fact of like why is Ahsoka there. I think people thought about it, but back in the day, my score was probably a little bit higher. But the package as a whole right now, again, I mean, you're getting your value there. I think the design's great. Barns are fantastic. I think they did a good job. I love the uniqueness of the 212. And sure, nostalgia, whatever you want to say. I think I'd give it like an 8.4. I think I'm sitting at like an 8.4 for it.
What was the retail price on this?
$50. $50. Yeah.
Okay. I really like the set. I feel like you're getting a really unique vehicle that you don't see all the time. It's not just another ship. It's got some color to it. I think the Umbarans are cool. I think it's a great set. I really like it.
And were those printed pieces on the side, the shell, or were those stickers?
Those are stickers, I believe.
Yeah, that whole entire sticker sheet. Yep.
Yeah.
Tyler's got the chat turning against me. You turn them against me.
Yo, Fiverr, what's your score? What's your number?
I give it an 8.
No rookie scores. You gave something a rookie score earlier. I was going to bring it up, but
what did I give it earlier? An 8 and something?
Yeah, you gave
8.5
even number.
A flat 8, but like
no even scores.
I think it was a 7.
You can do even scores if that's really where it sits.
All right, let's give it an 8.2 then, because like I feel like this is one of the ones where like after my Dark Age, I've actually gone back and bought this set because I like it that much. I like it enough to go back and buy it.
Fiverr, I mean, since you're a clone boy yourself, I mean, and even CPA, I mean, both. I mean, Brian, I don't want to hear Brent's opinion on this, but CPA and Firebird, I mean, I know it's probably a little bit of a tangent thing, and you guys are better at giving like more direct answers, so I probably don't even got to. But like, just a kind of a simplified answer. Do either of you guys have any problems, or do you guys enjoy the fact that Lego is combining clone armor these days?
I'll let CPA go first.
Okay.
So once again, kind of going back to the fact where I thought at the time the Clone Wars stylization of Lego was not a good thing. I didn't like that at all.
Including the clone troopers or just the humanoid characters?
I would probably have to include the clone troopers in that. So I would have to say I don't have a problem with it. From that perspective.
So you like the fact that technically in Lego's mind right now that the episode 2, like the clones in the command station to Lego nowadays are technically Clone Wars clones. Like you're fine with that realization that like we will not get a Clone Wars clone like they did 15 years ago, and at least this era of clone troopers. Like you're good with that?
Because I didn't really have an attachment to it before, I'd be fine with it. It's not really on my radar as kind of high priority. Also because I am very, very partial to that classic Lego design, especially with the eyes, mainly is kind of what it boils down to.
Okay.
And kind of the ability to have across the board, everything kind of looks semi-uniform also is something I do enjoy. So you're not a fan of so you would say that you don't like the random 2/12 in the Umbar and MHC just because it's so random. I'm not going to say I don't like it.
Okay.
But I'm not going to stand on a soapbox to say we need to have
differences,
Clone Wars and live action.
Okay. All right. There's CPA's answer. Okay, I can respect it. All right, Firebird, what do you think?
I see like positives and negatives to both of it because like from the army building side of things or like customization side, right? Because you're going generic with it now. I can take off the helmets from my P1s. I can get some GCC P2 helmets, slap them on there, and I got a whole army of plain P2s that look halfway decent, right? But then I also see the side of things where if you get some realistic looking ones versus Clone Wars looking ones, it's fun to have like those differences. It makes them unique. And so I like that side of things as well. But strictly because of the fact that I got back into Lego in like 2020, all of my stuff does look relatively consistent, except for the things that I've gotten back and bought like 1 or 2 of for like my collection. So from like my army building side of things, my stuff does look consistent since they've meshed the styles together since then. So I like that side of things, but I would also be okay with them going more unique with it. I don't see a problem with that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a little. You used the command station clones on your Chrysophis, right?
I did, yes.
Okay, when I saw that irked me, dude.
I know.
That keyed me to my core.
He's not a legit clone boy,
man.
So what was the thought process behind that?
The thought process is I don't need to go spend a whole bunch of extra money to get something that is more expensive when I already have something that I've got 100 and something of these clones, and they are like, if we're going accuracy wise, they're close. Okay, they're still a P1 clone. They're plain. It is not the animated style, and it'd be nice to go ahead and do that. But also, like, I can use these in mocks, and I can use them in a broad scope of mocks because now they're generic. So from that side of things, I like it because I get more bang for my buck. It's so expensive to go buy a whole army of clones for every mock that you make. I mean, you know this. You've built mocks.
Well, see, I was fortunate back in the day, man. It was cheapest. fuck. I was able to get. I mean, dude, like every mock I made. I mean, I'm looking at. I was able to get 50 of any clone for $200 total.
But that's not life now, unfortunately.
No, it's not.
Right?
No, I agree with that. But here's my thing with you. I think you should have taken all those ugly clone command station clones, put them on BrickLink, sold them for $7 per, and then go next day and buy some $7 Clone Wars clones. That's my.
But then if I have all these animated clones now, I can't use them for like realistic battles.
But vice versa though, like it's kind of like a never-ending.
But then like these ones, they kind of fit in that middle section where like I could feasibly use them. Feasibly.
That's a hot take. Okay, but I respect CPA and 5. I respect it. I mean, all right. So there's that. There's the opinions.
If I had unlimited money, sure, I'd do it. If I had unlimited money, but I got to stick with what I can afford to do.
Okay. I see. Just priorities are a little off, but I see.
So they gave you that Clone Wars helmet with the Clone Commander Cody helmet.
What do you mean?
The buildable helmet.
Oh yeah.
I know it's it's not the same thing. But it's tangential. It's kind of.
Well, see, and actually, now that you say that, man, actually, that's interesting. That's something I have not thought about yet, because that was created in the era of Lego supposedly, again, meshing them, and really Clone Wars clones don't exist now because of what Lego's doing. But Lego still, I mean, sure, I think there would have been a lot of flack. I mean, if they would have made a Cody stylized Attack of the Clones clone, like that would have just been weird. But like, it is a little truth, like when you mentioned that, it's something I didn't think about, that like at least the designers still kind of fresher in their brain understand, like, yes, like, Clone Wars clones work, or like, they existed, like, so that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. That's actually interesting. Let's bring that up.
But kind of ironically, I wish they would have gone with Attack of the Clones design for that buildable helmet.
Attack of the Clones Cody, something that doesn't even exist. That's a hot take. That's a hot
live action. Yeah.
That's a crazy take, CP. I don't. You lost me. Like, if I was respecting it for the first.
I'm flip flopping all over the place.
Tyler, you're the king of hot takes. What do you mean?
Yeah, but okay. Look, Brent, that's a good point. CP, I can respect the
one hot take has to recognize another. Real recognize real. All right. Anyways, guys, what's up with this police thing? All right. Obviously, I'm not a legit. I'm not a legit clone boy, so I don't know what. I don't know that this came from season 4, episode 5, the arc of something else. Because anytime someone tells you about the Clone Wars, you're like, oh, you got to watch the arc from season 5, episode 6 to episode 10. The 5 episodes after that are trash. But then when you get to the next arc, I don't know. I'm just.
Are you turning on us?
You turned them against me.
What's the name of this one again? I want to look it up on.
This is
Coruscant Guard gunship or something.
This is the Coruscant Police
gunship.
Yes. So I mean, hey,
$50
came out. Yep, it was $50. Destiny.
I'd buy a couple of those for $50 these days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the true epitome of a trade. So I love
no way that's the consistent price of this 600.
No,
600.
About 300. 3 to 350.
Stock.
You never trust Brickset with these prices.
Yeah, but so since my opinion is invalid because I don't know what arc this comes from.
I was gonna say, man, Brent's been real quiet these past 10, man. He's on.
I'm not allowed to talk about Clone Wars unless it's from episode 2 or episode 3. So
this is a heavy arc. This is heavy.
Yeah.
So is it okay?
This is something you should have watched before the Ahsoka show.
Here's something though from my, I guess, a normie, because that's what I am now. This build doesn't look very Star Warsy.
Yo, throw me on. I don't know if you guys can tell, man, but I used the Coruscant gunship back in the good old days, man. Can you throw me on big screen for a second? Just 2 seconds.
Boom.
Can you guys see it back there? See?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, what a gorgeous mock, man. Damn.
Oh. Tap your screen again.
Yeah. There it is, man. I mean, what a beauty, dude. With the OG shock troopers, the best shock troopers ever. All right, I love the Coruscant gunship, man. I've got a built one and a sealed one, so I love it. And I guess
high 9 at the very least for me.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, Brent, real quick. I just want to show up the pictures right next to it. Pictures right next to it. I just got to.
Hold on. You're coming back. You're coming
dude,
back. Here we go.
Oh my god, man! Look what I used to be able to build.
This is all you. You built this.
This was back in my mock days, dude. When I was literally just a mock builder, nothing else. So
nothing more, nothing less. Man. But I think this build looks very like, I don't know, not Star Warsy. Maybe because it's not all gray, but I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty accurate to the design.
Mm-hmm. If you saw it in show, you'd
see what you got to do is you got to watch the show, Brent.
Dude, listen, I'm telling you guys, I started watching from the very beginning the Clone Wars movie. I was telling Jennifer like, "Oh, this is Ahsoka's first appearance in anything," and she's all like, "Sky guy," and like all that. So whatever, this is cool. Let's give it a rating.
It's
nothing
also
I
very
say
similar.
Matters.
It's similar to some of the stormtrooper police ships in Rebels.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the ones in Rebels are all gray with a little bit of black, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I give it a 9.3.
Oof.
Great figs.
Tyler?
Dude, this set, I'm serious, man. If you like the definition of a heater, bro, this is like,
damn, 10 out of 10.
9.8.
Well,
I'm retro. This was 50, right? 50 flat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's gorgeous, man. Because I mean, imagine like a little Walmart rollback back in the day for 40. I mean, 40 a pop.
30.
You can army build these.
So literally, when I say, dude, I think the build is one of the best effing builds ever, dude. That's not like a normie ship, not a gun ship, not any like. So I think it's beautiful. Again, it's just a nice pop of color for a change. The trans red on the front's amazing. It was timely. It came out, maybe a year and a half after the Ahsoka arc, so like it was timely. And the shock troopers, I love them. I like these shock troopers more than the new ones for multiple.
I'm sorry,
reasons.
Brick by Brick. I'm a normie and I don't have a BrickLink account. I need to make one.
So the Ahsoka's great too. Again, this is her proper spot. I love it. Anakin, sure, it could have been a little bit more updated, but I love the legs. I'm genuine, dude. Like for a 50 for a 50 spot, I would go like 9.7.
It does kind of look like a city set.
Here.
Sean said Jurassic Park.
Oh my! All these normies out there. Whew. And rarely do you ever get. So I like to expect. I mean, not rightfully so. Expect every $10 you get a minifig, and this one comes really close to that, which is rare for a Star Wars set. So 9.5 for me.
Awesome.
9.6.
Man, I wish that were the truth. Every $10 is a fig. Not in Star Wars. Maybe in Harry Potter.
Right, Harry Potter, dude. Harry Potter gets all.
Or Ninjago.
Oh yeah,
true. Ninjago
or
gets...
monkey mid, not monkey kid, monkey mid.
Don't you get a $60 Ninjago set with 8 figs, 10 figs.
Remember that one Ninjago set, dude? That was like $30, and there was like 12 figs for 30. Remember that? Like it was like called like gamer market or something. And
oh my gosh!
All right. Guys, I'm sorry I don't have a BrickLink account. I need to make a new one. This is the last set that's going to come up on BrickLink. The AT-AT Walker might be one of the best sets Ahsoka's been in. I mean, the freaking got the P1 Rex, you got the regular P2. Oops.
Yo, Brent, can I do a quick plug?
Oh, yes.
Just because there's people in the chat asking, and it's like it's already getting a little late, so like I got to put them up quick. You guys will get the exclusive. Yeah, the chat here will get the exclusive. Because I'll post on I'll give you guys like a 5-minute heads up, then I'll post on my story. The Life Bricks Thrawns will be up in like 2 minutes. So I just want people to know that. So they'll be up in like 2. And
Tyler, set one aside for me.
Ooh, he's looking for a little insider deal here, man. Right on air. I don't know about that one. Damn.
I'll pay full price Jones. I just set one aside.
Okay.
Because I may. Well, because we got other deals working. I might buy my P2 Rex back from you, so.
Well, true. Yeah, let me know. It's right here. Literally. I mean, if you want to look at beauty, man. I mean, dude, I fixed this guy up nice for you, dude. I mean,
dude, just keep him there to taunt Brent.
No,
I mean,
dude,
what's
funny?
I gave him a fresh waist cape, a fresh pauldron, and a fresh head. I mean, all for you.
Tyler's like the old guy from Toy Story 2 that fixes Woody, and he's got like the 10 lenses that he's like stitching up Woody. He gets this broken down freaking Rex, and he's just like busts out his briefcase full of just like brand new waist capes and shit, and just like doctors him up.
I mean, you're not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, dude. This nothing would have worked out better, dude. Because for the longest, like for the past couple months, even before, months before BrickWorld, you know, on Facebook, there was a random kid like 20 minutes away from me that had a Phase 2 Captain Rex pauldron. You know, he's had it on there for a while, and like he started off at like $80, which is like normal market, dropped down to like 60, wasn't selling, $40 wasn't selling. You know, I offered him like, I think at 40, I'm like, would you do 20? Or like, I said 25, I think. And he's like, would you? And he's like 35. I'm like, I don't know how quick it would sell because again, the new one's coming out. I knew there was going to be a pauldron on the new one. If it was the same piece, I was going to be kind of burned on it. But then literally when I got your Rex out of that thing at Chicago, I went on the next day, you know, or that same night even on Facebook because I remembered it. And it was down to $20, dude. Like that, he brought it down to 20. And I'm like, easy peasy, dude, done deal. He's like, it was a good condition. What are the odds I needed one? So then I went there like the day after BrickWorld and I got it. And like, it's just a great deal, you know, because again, those pauldrons are like $70. So it was like meant to be, man. And again, like I fixed it up for you. I'll give you a fair deal if you want it. And it's like,
yeah, dude,
that's a story, man. That's a story.
You're the toy fixer from Toy Story 2.
Heck yeah.
All right. So this ATTE.
You do want one to the side, right? I'll put it to the side right now. A Thrawn?
Yeah. Just lump it in with my old Rex.
Okay, I'll put it right there next to your Rex. Okay, sweet.
Right next to my Rex that I gave away before I knew the new one was trash. Anyways, the new one's not trash. It's just not great. Anyways, however, this set right here is not trash. The ATTE Walker from 2008 for $90. Wow. What a good time that was to be alive. $90 for this.
Man, imagine getting a separatist vehicle in a set. That's something we haven't seen in a minute.
Right? Now, hey, I know Tyler's going to sit there and say, oh, normie, but I actually, like, I just watched the Clone Wars movie, and it wasn't the first time I've seen it. I saw it a long time ago. This is a really dope set to get that stap in because you could freaking throw Anakin on that stap because he's, like, flying up that freaking cliff on that stap, like, dicing up freaking droids, and it's awesome. It's glorious. And that Rex. You get the little baby hut in there. So
yeah, dude. I mean, it's a true. This is a true Clone Wars classic, man. A true Clone.
So this is. So am I wrong when I say this is like a solid like 9.6, 9.7?
Here, look at that.
Am I far off?
Well, Brent, you don't have to full screen me necessarily, but just look. Everyone wants to see.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's my favorite ATTE, man. F the new one, F the 2013 one, F the 03 one. This one's my favorite.
So what are you giving this, a 9.9?
You can't go wrong. $90.
I mean, a 90 spot, again, inflation, whatever, man. Even if this was like 120, like I see a lot of these bigger sets, like, you know, the 130, 140 range is like the new Echelon Ford. And like, again, although with the gunship, they did a terrible job. But all things considered, I mean, 9.8.
Okay.
9.8, yeah.
Dude, what is Liam doing capping on this, saying it's 3.4? What? No way he's serious.
Must be talking about something else because it can't be this.
Yeah, no way.
Hey, Liam's always been a hater, so maybe he is being truthful about this.
Either that or he's capping hard. No, I think this is a good one. Okay, now I know we're not ranking these, but Tyler, since you're giving high praise on this, would you say this is the best set that Ahsoka has ever been included in?
Oh, I'll put it this way: this is the most nostalgic set she's in, but I put the 2010 Turbo Tank above this in every aspect. I would rather have the 2010. If I had to just pick one, gun to my head, whatever, like 2010 Turbo Tank over this.
2010 Turbo Tank over this?
Yeah,
So Turbo Tank best set that Ahsoka's ever been in. This is number 2.
This is number 2. Coruscant Police Gunship is 3. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Picking the Turbo Tank over this, is that because you like Turbo Tanks more than ATTEs, or is it like the set specifically? The build, the figs, the combo?
I think it's the whole combo. I think, you know, the figs are one thing. but I really do. I mean, I get where you guys are coming from, kind of with like seeing the underside of the turbo tank. It's like a little ugly, but like, how else can they really do it? I just think, the 2010 turbo tank is much like the 2007 MTT, where it's just like, dude, like I know damn well Lego is not topping this ever. Like this is their peak of like what they could do with the turbo tank, and the fact it is the only Clone Wars one they made. I think in universe too, I like the turbo tank better. So I think in many ways, I think the 2010 turbo tank really kind of is just like, I mean, that is besides the ATO2 with dropship, but like that's kind of like it's on its own echelon, like a little bit separate. Besides the ATO2 with the dropship, the turbo tank, the 2010 one, is my favorite clone vehicle of all time. The Lego clone vehicles, of course, or like of just Lego clone vehicles, not necessarily. I think in universe gunships I like more.
Mm-hmm.
Although again, at the end of the day, you guys all know me. I just love anything that's 10 years old. I love anything clone, anything Clone Wars. All of it is fantastic. It's hard to rank it. Don't put me on the spot there, Firebird. Don't put me on the spot.
I'm just asking,
Don't try to fool me into saying something that I'm going to regret. Everything's great. I'll leave it at that.
So, I probably should have saved that ATTE or the turbo tank for the last sets, but the only two sets we got left are a couple recently retired sets that are both kind of, whatever. They're not the best. This is definitely the worst dual set they did. I think the Force Awakens one and the Mustafar one was way better. But I mean, again, this was a cool way to get a couple good minifigures, and if you found this on clearance for like $12, you were doing all right. But
more of a big pack than an actual.
Yeah, getting them all in this set was awesome. I think it may have been like my first Darth Maul figure that I got once I got back into Lego, and I was stoked when this came out.
Oh yeah, it was definitely nice to get this. I definitely did not pay full price Jones for this, so it was definitely nice to get it for. I got it for like I think $13.99 or something. But had to talk about it. Had to throw it up here. It's not the greatest set in the world, but we are talking all things Ahsoka. So this is one of the last few that we had to talk about. I mean, look, guys. I mean, getting these two figs, especially if you found the set.
It's good figs.
Cheapest way to get Ahsoka, is it not?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you count like a. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess keychain you're not counting, or.
Yeah, keychain I have in here.
Technically, I think she was in a magnet set before the magnets were glued. If you want to get technical, there, CPO.
Yeah, when I was looking up all the sets she had been in, there was like the magnet set. I was like, I'm not putting that in here. So.
Well, hey, you guys know me, man. I'm about to say, look, and this is the truth of it, man. That magnet set's better than the new gunship. I'll say that. I mean, I'm that far deep into Clone Wars 08, nostalgia, whatever. The Ahsoka magnet set is better than the new 2023 gunship.
I need to see a picture of this.
What about this right here?
We have to see it now. We have to show us this magnet.
The magnets?
I'll find it.
You give me a link.
Oh, man.
So I had to throw this one in there. This is second to last one. The last one is a current set, but I mean, this set caught a lot of flack for that really long.
This is what made me get into Brick Vault. Seeing this model, I was like, nah, I'm going with Brick Vault. This is the one that tipped me over the edge into custom sets.
So Brick Vault is like rebrickable, basically?
Brick Vault is like they got designers who design fig scale as accurate as possible, like ships and stuff like that, basically. And they're pretty expensive a lot of the time, but they look amazing and they're proportioned correctly. And they're also tested, so they're actually built by Brick Vault to make sure they're stable and all that kind of stuff.
Man, look at that wonderful clone with no helmet holes.
It's a good looking one.
Where is he? I got him right over there, right off camera.
Geez, shout out to Matt over there, man. Thinking I'm on crack. Damn.
Oh my goodness.
See, Cheese on Top gets it. Cheese on Top gets it, man.
Ahsoka magnet set, yeah.
Jeez Louise. Oh, snap.
Dan Flower carrying the stream.
Dan Flower coming.
Yeah, I don't know if I was.
through.
I think I was gone when it came in, but I'm just making. I mean, you guys caught that Dan Flower 1999 Super, right?
Oh yeah, and it was
okay,
funny
okay, good. Yeah, maybe that was when I was gone for a minute. Okay.
Well, because earlier I mentioned I was like, Dan Flowers dropped so many donos, he's not even a channel member. But hey, Dan Flower coming through. Welcome to the Girth Gang, my friend. I never made it this far in this beat. It gets a little easy. Oh, there's the beginning. All right, Dan Flower, new channel member. Welcome to the Girth Gang, sir. Thank you so much. Sean said best Tyler outburst ever.
That's going to be clipped 100%.
Dan is him.
Dan the man.
Dan is FPJ. All right. Anyways, I think the very last set, which is one that Tyler got his hands on early, as well
you're
as
throwing this one in there.
Well, it's the last one that we haven't talked about that Ahsoka is in. So we got to talk about the new T6 shell for a second. Tyler, you've built it. You've got your hands on it. You've compared it to the new one. A lot of things have been said. Minifigs are great. However, is it me or does that Hugh Yang, however he's pronounced,
this is normie.
Bro, like, listen, I've heard people say Hugh Yang, and Ahsoka says like Hugh Yan, like doesn't pronounce the
Hugh
G.
Yang?
She says Hu Yang.
She says Yang, like pronounces the G.
Yeah, she's.
Is that in the Clone Wars or the new show that just
even in
came
the show,
out?
she says Hugh
Yes.
Yang like 4 times. Like, and when she
Yeah.
said that, I'm like, because again, in the Clone Wars, it said Hugh Yang. Like, I'm just like, even for my own sake, I'm like, I'm hoping they say it in this show just to kind of make sure how did they pronounce it. And yeah, I mean, Ahsoka in the live action show said, Hugh Yang 3 times.
Damn, I must have been tired because I swear she was saying like not pronouncing the G, like saying Hugh Yan. Maybe I was just tired. I'm a tired dad. All right, come your break. Anyways, this set, Tyler got it early. It's pretty nice. Tyler, you think if this set just had, because now that we're seeing the show, like there's all kinds of extra room in that cockpit. Is the worst part of the set, other than the underside, like not having any detail? Do you think the worst part of the set is that small cockpit?
I mean, look, I think the worst part of this set is literally the set itself, because the thing is, I mean, if they just recolored the 2011 one, that's all they needed to do. And they could ask 100, just like the Inquisitor Scythe, gave $100, gave us an extra, because you think about it, like this as is already like, again, price per piece ain't everything, whatever, but 600 pieces for $80. I think in their own interest, they should have gave us another 25 pieces on the bottom for 2 reasons: make it look better and to get that price, that piece count over the 600 mark. Where again, for some of these, fanatics out there that kind of look at like, oh, only $5.99 for $80, not too good. But like, if they just recolored the 2011 and kept the figs the same, sure, I think Hugh Yang should have been silver. I think in the new show, when I saw him in that silver hue, I'm like, I posted right on my story before I even finished the episode. I'm like, why is this fella tan? Like, what's going on here? So if Hugh Yang was silver, like flat silver, bare minimum, even light bluish gray, I think would have looked better. Honestly, if he was even light bluish gray instead of tan, and the set was the 2011 version, this literally would be a 9.9, perfect, beautiful. Since the figs are fantastic, man. I mean, as much as I was saying earlier, I don't like new figs that much. Something about these figs, man, they tickled every fancy in my body. Dude. I love them. So it's
every
like
single fancy.
Every single fancy. Every single one. So,
this is like them trying to squeeze like this set into the lineup, I feel like, because like it would definitely sit better at $100.
Yeah.
It would be a much better set, but they can't have that many $100 sets on the shelf. So I don't know. I almost feel like if you take the E-Wing versus Shin Hades Starfighter and you give that the $80 slot, you just get rid of Shin Hades Starfighter and put something else in there, and then you put this in the $100 slot.
And you're saying take the E-Wing out completely?
No. Make the E-Wing the main thing. Make that the main deal for $80 and put something
like
else in
build.
there,
Yeah.
something smaller,
and do the T6 verse.
and then put the T6 at $110 or whatever, and then you can really do it really well.
And then completely not make Shin Hades Starfighter at all.
Yeah, because that thing it almost feels like a side build, even though it's not. But it's just okay. Like it's fine. It's cool, but it's fine.
I can definitely see it. I mean, first off, I can't say, Shin is a wonderful character. I'm excited. Shin reminded me of Phantom Menace Darth Maul. And that scene, dude, where she had the ship behind her.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like standing
with
with
the
her
2
hood up.
HK. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, dude, she reminded me of Phantom Menace Darth Maul.
Keep the figure in there. Just get rid of her starfighter. We don't need that. But
I can see where 100%. I can see where it comes from. That's actually a good. And even then, I mean, even for their own benefit, I mean, they could have even done a little bit more in the regards of like even make the E-wing down to like 60 maybe, and like kind of fill it out.
Get more accessible.
And then, well, even then, and maybe give the T6 like a 120, 130 even, like take off 10 of the like just a little something. And even then, I think they could have kept 4 figs. Well, I guess at that point, you'd probably have to add at least another fig into here. I'm trying to think. I mean, shit. I mean, maybe that's tough because I mean, it's like
throw an HK in here. Throw an HK droid.
Oh shit! That would
that's the scene we're making.
Yep.
Yeah, Merrick was right next to an H. That's a good point, right? That's a very good call out.
But that requires new molds, so I don't know about that.
That ain't happening.
It could have been definitely a new mold with some kind of helmet.
Oh no, definitely it could have been.
So my main complaint is if we got Bo-Katan in a $50 set with arm printing, I feel like we should get Sabine with arm printing in this set.
Yeah, that's the only part she's lacking.
I think that's reasonable because she has so much color. Sabine, she's always known for her bright colors. The bland arms kind of. She should have had arm printing, in my opinion. And then whichever intern at Lego is in charge of whichever intern at Lucasfilm is in charge of sending the pictures to Lego needs to get fired because maybe Lego needs to do a little bit more homework, but I feel like whatever pictures of previs or the pre-production pictures they're sending to Lego have just the worst coloring, to which Hu Yang looks tan, and so they make him tan, when in reality he's silver.
Well, see, in the Clone Wars, I mean, he is more tan hued in Clone Wars. Yeah. So I mean, that I can't blame but again, it just goes to show it's like, why would that even be something like? I get there are some things, dude, that Lucasfilm keeps from Lego, and that's definitely effed Lego over, and like you can't really put the blame on, but like in this scenario too, like say that is the case, then it's like the question begs like, why does Lucasfilm care so much about the color of Hu Yang? So like I think vice versa. I think there's just I don't see an honest excuse why Hu Yang can't be, again, like bluish gray or silver. But Clone Wars is tan, so
yeah, it's
accurate in that regard, sure. But as everyone in my DMs try to look, and I mean no harm, dude. To people be like, yeah, dude, when I posted on my story, why is this fella tan? And there's 90 of you guys saying he's tan in Clone Wars. I know he is, man. Like, I know, but then why do I got to reply to you? This isn't a Clone Wars set. I mean, it's like, believe me, I love getting DMs. I don't mean any ill will, but it's like, come on now. It's like, I'm not even trying to sound like a smartass, but it's like, do you really think I don't know Hu Yang is tan in Clone Wars? This isn't a Clone Wars set. Like, that's why I'm wondering, why is Hu Yang tan? All right, there's my take on that. But everyone, continue to message me. I love it, but just understand that I understand that Hu Yang is tan in Clone Wars. Just get that.
I think the worst thing about the set though is because we've seen a lot of it in these first couple episodes, and like that cockpit is not a freaking X-wing size cockpit. It's a shuttle, dude. So
it should have been at least double wide at the very least. It doesn't have to be a 4-seater like the UCS Falcon. I think it needs to be double wide. Yeah, but then you kind of got to push everything out, and then where do you go from there?
I think you just make the body just a couple studs wider. I don't know. Hell, they did it with the first one. Shit. I don't know. So,
yep.
All right, guys. So we accomplished that. Guys, Sean's usually driving. I need to get a BrickLink account so there's not ads. I'm sorry about that, guys.
Brick set. Did you say
brick set?
Or sorry, yeah, brick set account. But
okay.
It's okay. Tired dad, no worries.
Dude, Sean makes it look easy, guys. Doing all the driving and everything. So, all right, boys. It is time. Before we go, what would be an episode of a couple of brickheads? Oh, sorry. I Gotta go to my banners. That's why Sean's better at this. Anybody get a box boys this week? Anybody got a Bucks boys? Bucks boys sitting around? Whoa. Guys,
yeah.
Firebird's trying to go after Shy here. Holy moly.
I don't have as many.
It keeps
as he
going
does,
a little
but
bit. You
I
got
don't know how many we
10 boxes of boys right there?
How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, frick. Can't count. 9.
9 boxes of boys. That's the second most boxes of boys ever shown in history behind Shy's 800.
Just wait till those ones come out in January. Then I'll I'll come to you. Depending on what they are.
I can't wait for a leak on that.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that.
Wait, I forgot I can't be excited. I'm not a clone boy.
Hashtag fake fan.
I got to get hooked up with some wholesaler or something when that comes out.
Dude, yeah, no kidding. I get as many of those as possible.
So I didn't get any boxes of boys, but I did get some bags of bats.
Bags.
Maybe.
Bags of bats?
Bags of bats.
Yeah.
Bags of
My
bats?
Walmart finally had some. So I almost
gotta
cleared
pick
them
up
out.
a couple. That's gonna be I feel like that's gonna be a poly bag that's gonna be valuable after a little bit of time.
I hope so.
It's just a high quality Batman fig.
It is, and $5 can't go wrong, really.
No.
Good little build too. Well, I got a box of boys. Am I allowed to buy boxes of boys, Tyler?
What's up?
You're going to have this insecurity built in from
Can
now
I be
on?
happy about this box of boys? Am I allowed to buy it?
I'm not even looking at the screen yet, but it better not be a 330-second pack.
What boxes of boys do you want me to get?
Get the 501st at least, man. 330-second one's hideous, but all right, Brent, I'll allow it, but I don't condone it.
I've got oh wait, Firebird, did you get 9 of these?
You got all 501st, right?
No, I got 4. I got 4 of these guys right here.
Okay, so 4 good ones, 4 bad ones.
4 good ones, 5 bad ones.
Well, see, Tyler, I have already like 5. I've got like 5 of these, so I already had a few of these. So this was like the here's another thing. Do you guys ever experience the last one on the shelf syndrome?
You got to pick it up.
Maybe it's a set that you're on the fence about, but you go into a store and it's the last one sitting there, and you're like, shit, I might as well grab it.
I passed up ATTEs on rollback the other day, and I felt bad. I was like, man.
I know. I don't have it yet. For 112 is nice.
112. I was like, that's going to be one that does pretty well, I feel like, after it's gone. But we still got some time.
Yeah, I definitely want to pick it up for a pretty good deal. I might look for an Amazon little Black Friday deal or something. But pretty good box of boys check.
Yeah.
Firebird coming through with the second most ever, but I grabbed my box of boys this week. But also,
now I'm the proud owner of 5 Captain Vaughns, so that's great.
Yeah.
High quality Captain Vaughns.
Love him.
So we never really hit it too hard, but doing little weekly pickups coming off of this box of boys. So I got all this mech talk. You know, his new mechs. Firebird comes out with this very inspiring custom Star Wars mechs video. Kills the game, does great numbers, awesome video, really well put together. It got me really excited about another kind of mech that was on sale that I never picked up, but it was $17, only $1 more than the Star Wars mechs.
Okay.
I mean,
I got that one.
$17. I mean, I love Toy Story. Nice little Zurg. You know, $17. Look, I get it. The Buzz Lightyear movie, I didn't even see it because I just heard so many bad things about it, and it made me sad that it wasn't good. So I didn't want to watch it and be disappointed. But I mean, $17.
Those minifigs are great.
Yeah, the
They're
minifigs
so
are really good.
detailed. It's
and
insane.
you get the cat too for $17.
That's the only Lightyear set that I bought. I actually think I bought that close to release.
What about the XL15?
I mean, it's cool, but I'm buying stuff these days more based off of like, can I part it out and use the parts for other stuff? Because I just part out most of my stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I just got the XR blah 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 for $24 on sale. So I was like, yeah, that's a good pickup.
No, it's worth it.
A couple weeks ago.
It's a clean build. What's Brent hunting for? More weekly pickups? Let me tell you what I'm not getting this week. I've been going to Kohl's every day looking for those new sets. I just pop in there and I see if they have them. No luck yet.
Nothing.
It's disappointing.
This is something that I feel like people don't get. Kohl's will never have the Shinhei Starfighter and Gunship ever in store. They're too big.
Yeah, but they'll have the T6 though, right?
Yeah, just the T6. Yeah. Just,
wait, hold on.
If I can get anything early, I mean, I'll break that open, use the figs for some mocks, make some videos. I mean, that's great.
Hold on. Yeah. Tyler, you're saying Kohl's won't have that new 2-pack?
I don't know. It's too big.
But they got Kohl's,
but my Kohl's has the Fang Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Your Kohl's do have them?
Yes, they have the Fang Fighter Interceptor at mine.
My Kohl's...
Would you say your guys' Kohl's are like bigger than the average Kohl's, or just the run?
I'm not a Kohl's expert, but maybe.
It's not possible. It's not a one-door Kohl's. It's like
Center.
It's like
I'm trying to think what the most expensive. They got the Pyramid of Giza at mine, so that's
mine
I feel
too.
like that's a decent size set.
Do your guys' Kohl's have a Sephora in them?
No.
Yeah.
I think
Does yours not?
So you guys are both double doors? Double doors or one door?
Yeah.
Double doors.
Double door.
Single door Kohl's usually suck.
Well, single door where it's just like a small little square dude, and I agree. The toy section is literally just one little. Okay, so you guys got some double door. See, it's weird. I've never seen. So
maybe it'll show up.
2-pack. So maybe the Ahsoka 2-pack might show up, but the Gunship, I don't think so. Personally,
I wouldn't think so.
So I got a little dreams because I had to hit the Kohl's cash. All right, I've saved the best part for last. I had to spend $20 more, so I got a little dream set. Lana's birthday's coming up.
It's a 2-door Kohl's.
Oh, where'd you get it?
Oh, from Kohl's.
And then I got a T6 shuttle from Kohl's.
Man,
dude, listen, I wanted that 2-pack though because listen to this. I go in there. There is one of these. Only one.
Did Tyler hit your Kohl's first?
I guess, but this is the thing.
You'd be shopping in those radius from where you live, Tyler.
I didn't even get mine at a Kohl's. I'll say I didn't get mine at a Kohl's.
Dude, I'm looking around in my Kohl's, right? Because I saw this and I was like, oh shit. But then I'm looking for the E-Wing combo because it was also Kohl's cash. So I'm like, okay, I want to spend $100 so I can get $20 in Kohl's cash back. But this was the only new Star Wars set they had. They didn't have the E-Wing. They wouldn't get a Chewbacca because they typically don't get like $200 sets in my Kohl's, but they didn't have. I don't think they'd get the gunship either, but like any of the other stuff coming out, like none of that other stuff. Like this was literally the only early thing they had. I mean, maybe they had a couple of the other random things, but I was really hoping to find that E-Wing. Didn't find the E-Wing, but hey, Kohl's coming through. T6 early. I might build this like tomorrow and hang out with Max on a little GWP stream. But now the thing is I didn't want to buy this full price Jones. However, I got $20 in Kohl's cash back for it, so
I mean that's
I'll probably go back in there and use that for a box of boys.
It's better than insider points.
Dude, and you can scan them. You're getting 20 VIP points for all those.
That's right.
Oh yeah, and I can scan these instruction manuals. And I got a little Woody with a book for my son.
Yo, Brent, every single weekly pickup.
I said Woody, Buzz.
I have to swear, every weekly pickup, you always like last week, man. You showed up like 9 different puzzles, bro, and like
they weren't puzzles. They were board games.
Oh, board games. Okay. Really quick, Brent, really quick. Nicholas Miller's going to head out, and if you want to cover that super really quick, since he's
snap. Thank you, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, snap. Nicholas coming through with a $9.99. Hold up. Calling it a night, guys. Thank you for being the highlight of my week. Looking forward to next week. Tyler, hope you're getting hyped for the magical surprise in December. Getting plans in the works now. Nicholas, thank you so much, man. It means the world to us saying that we're a highlight of your week. Next week, I'm sure is going to be better because Sean is going to be in the operating chair and not me. So next week will probably be better because Sean's way better at this than me. Max said, Brent the Stormy Boy? Bro, I'm literally in the camp that clones are way better than stormtroopers. What do you mean? Gosh.
Did anyone find Marvel CMFs? That's what I'm on the hunt for.
Yeah. I was hoping to find some. Oh,
I did see those today at my Kohl's, and no Star Wars sets. So,
wow.
Dang.
Yeah,
So
I know
Kohl's
that kind of killed it for me. I was like,
Kohl's
man,
is it. I'm gonna have to go clean
I
Kohl's
guess.
out.
I didn't have my scale with me, so I was like, what am I gonna do?
Check all your Kohl's.
Were they in disarray, like shredded and?
No, they were beautifully lined up on hangers. Clearly,
Go.
nobody had gotten to them yet.
Back in the Lego section.
Yeah.
Okay.
Snap. Man, oh man. Well, I don't know where my phone went. There it is. I think we covered everything, boys. Should double check in the notes here. Yeah. Well, what can I say, guys? It's been a show. Let me get this off the screen here. Getting excited for next week's Ahsoka episode. Maybe I can watch all 285 episodes of the Clone Wars before it comes out, and Tyler can.
You got time.
I would expect nothing less.
Hey, we started the Clone Wars movie, so there's that. So
That's good. It's something.
So, all right, boys. Well, anybody got any? Tyler, you get a haircut?
Yeah, I did get a haircut. Yeah.
Look like your ears got lower.
What? My ears got lower. What is that?
You've never heard anybody say that?
No, I've never heard that. No.
Damn, I'm an old man.
I know, Brent. That's the one time. Every single time I tell you, man, it's like, wow, you act like you're 21, 22. This is the one time where it shows that you're pushing 30.
You've never heard anybody say you got your ears lowered?
No, I've never heard that.
I think
no.
I've heard that like once or twice from an
Damn,
older
I'm
person.
so old. I'm so old. I'm not 30 yet, though, guys. So don't get crazy. I'm 28.
28, right?
28.
Dang.
Snake.
Old man.
28. But
Yeah, I always have to remember myself that all these other Lego people are like low 20s, mid 20s.
right?
How old are you?
I'm 27. I feel old.
Wait, 28, 27, and CP. How old?
I'm in that range.
In that
That
range.
I'm on the-
I'm gonna guess
damn.
26.
Okay, so
Fire,
we're-
I thought you were like 22.
Bro.
Yeah, I know.
young.
I was gonna. That's crazy. So I'm the youngest one here by a lot.
Yeah, you were 2 years old when the original Clone Wars came out. I get no credibility for that. I watched that on
Keep bringing it back.
CartoonNetwork.com. Tyler, you know what? I'm going to take this Life Bricks fig. I'm going to feed it to my cat.
Hey, as long as you make an Instagram reel out of it, man, that'll be worth it.
Dude, that would be hilarious.
Make
Like
some content
Brent's,
out of it.
Brent's beef with Life Bricks, and I make my cat eat your sig fig. Hey, that's actually hilarious if you like have beef with someone, but you have their sig fig, and it's like what are those dolls where you like torture the doll?
Oh,
and the
voodoo dolls.
Yeah.
Treat it like a fucking voodoo doll. Oh,
Yo, what kind of
man.
fancy ass water is that, Firebird?
It's Soda Stream. I was drinking
Oh, is
too
it
much
one of those-
LaCroix,
those
so I picked up a Soda
things?
Stream, and it's great.
What is a soda stream?
It just makes you sparkling water. That's it.
Out of regular water?
Yeah, it's like it's not flavored or anything. It's just straight water, but sparkling.
Well, what do you
Nice.
mean? It turns regular water into sparkling?
Yeah, because it's got like a
carbonates
CO2
it.
canister in it, and it puts
What in
CO2
the
into your
heck?
water.
Got that
It's
bitch
It's
on
great.
Sprite.
I can't
Okay, that's
recommend it enough.
Brad, that thing, you know damn well is watered down to hell, dude. If you
Hey.
had it for 3 hours, you're drinking damn water right now.
Hey, I'll
It's
tell you
ice
this.
water.
Sprite is the best watered down pop. It's like still drinkable after being watered
I
down.
may be able to agree with you on that. Yeah, dude, I went to Steak and Shake last night, and I got the worst effing deflated, or not deflated. Is that even
Well, your first mistake was you went to Steak and
flat.
Shake.
Deflate-
flat? Okay, I don't know why the hell I said deflate. That sounded weird talking about soda, but I got a Coke, dude. That thing was the most disgusting Coke I've ever had in my life, and I like literally before, like, and honestly, retrospect, I'm just not that guy. Look, it's probably gonna bite me in the ass. So I probably, lost $100, but like I should have gone back and just asked for it. But like, am I gonna be that guy to go back and get a new Coke?
Yes, you got to be that guy.
No, so I literally do it in the Steak and Lake. What am I talking about, bro?
You're fuming knowing that Brent hasn't watched all of Clone Wars.
He's so mad I haven't watched Clone Wars.
He can't even speak straight anymore.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Steak and Lake. Does it make you mad that I own a bunch of 501st? Wait a minute.
Eyes right now.
501st were in episode 3. I'm qualified to have that. I'm certified.
Gosh, man. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, boys.
Yeah, Steak and Lake, that's enough for me.
We're gonna go out on a Steak and Lake note. Shout out to everyone in the chat. What a great stream. Sean will be back next week. Look, I can't talk now because I know Tyler's so mad that I haven't watched Clone Wars.
I think Oaktown Bricks had a message. If you want to.
Oh man.
Second to last one.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it. Yeah.
Oh, is this going to have us going for the next 30 minutes?
Oh, no.
I was half a joke.
Oh, no. Well, you guys got another hour in you? No, I'm kidding.
Wait, now begins the 2-hour ranking part of it.
We got the stream.
Where's the tier list at? Where's the tier list? We need to pull up a tier list.
Yeah.
We'll see. And look, I know damn well Brent wants to do I just know it because every single stream
rankings.
Every single stream since Brent's been trying to bring it up every time, and I gotta tell him, get out of here with that shit for this stream. You know, damn, Brent would go for the next 2 hours. We know everyone knows.
Just for next time, I need to know: is this personal preference or which ones we think are the best?
It's a mixture of both. It's your end-all be-all list.
End-all be-all. Okay.
It is your subjective list. That's what I go by.
Okay. If it's my list, I'm gonna make a lot of people mad. That's for sure.
Tyler has the Clone Wars movie above Empire. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
He has. I mean, I'm putting
the Phantom Menace in top 3.
I mean, I have the Phantom Menace pretty high. I have the Phantom Menace, I think, at least in my top 5, maybe.
But hey, that's fair.
We got to leave them wanting more. Star Wars stream is coming soon. Tyler's going to be in here yelling at me about not watching Clone Wars. It's going to be great. We're going to have a lot of great debates. Everyone keeps asking about it. It's going to happen. So Oaktown, stick around soon. We will definitely have a Star Wars only
Bricks legend genius
stream. Oh, give the list and then just abruptly end. Oops, sorry. I'm double clicking things.
I'd have to think too hard.
Do we do it? No, we can't. We can't. It's rabbit hole.
You got to make this its own stream. Just make it its own stream.
I know. That's what I'm saying. We got to leave them wanting more.
This is a perfect Brent stream on another weekday or something like that. I'm down to come on and talk rankings.
Yeah, oh, yes.
Anytime.
Honestly, these same 4 people and maybe Max, because Max can't ever make it for the actual episodes of ACOB for a while.
I'm down for it.
All right.
I'm down. Yes.
Here's to the Star Wars stream. Oh, wrong music. Here's to the Star Wars stream coming soon. There it goes. For Tyler, from Life Bricks, from that Lego CPA rocking that blue cap. Oh, I gotta put my sunglasses back on. For the Mech Master himself, Firebird Bricks. Sean, you like that one? You in the chat still? The Mech Master, Firebird Bricks.
My brand, man.
For myself, Brent from Brent's Bricks. Shout out to Full Price Jones for making an appearance tonight. Shout out to Sean, who will be here next week. He'll be back. And very soon we'll be giving you guys that Star Wars only stream. You'll be getting everyone's rankings, all the good stuff. Tyler's gonna yell at me for not watching Clone Wars, or maybe by that time I will finally have finished the Clone Wars, all 350 episodes. But this thing right here has been Sean the right way, dramatic pause. A couple of brickheads. Yeah. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.